There has never been a horse that flew in the sky. Never. Horses don't have wings. It's a mythology. You can't accept it. Right here. Year of the Hajra. This is the first year of the Hajra. This is where the Muslim calendar starts, in 622 of the Common Era. If Islam preceded 622 of the Common Era, why do they start their calendar right there? Why would they leave back all that history if they came before that year of the Hajra? That's garbage. This is the first year. This is where it began. What about all of that history that came before that? Do we throw it away? Do we forget about it? Let me go down here. And no, this on the next page. Right here. 629 of the Common Era, 7th year after the Hajra, Muhammad sends his letters demanding that every head of state surrender themselves to the only true prophet of Allah and to Allah's holy words. Letters were sent to the emperors of Byzantium, Ethiopia, Yemen, China, and many others. What I'm saying is, if Allah was in the worship of any country in Africa, why would he have sent letters for them to convert? If it was already in the land, why would he have sent letters for them to convert? He sent in a letter for the Ethiopians to convert. It was not in the land. It was not indigenous to the land. So I can prove it without any doubt that Islam, even when you deal with the word, it's Ishtar. That's a Mesopotamian goddess. Go look it up. I'm going to show it to you. Now, this is Serapis, the worship of the wicked white race. Asa, the Lord of the perfect black. When the Greeks came into Egypt and conquered, they tried to replace Asa with Serapis. That's what they did. Okay. Now, the Messiah marks God. He's the new Asa. He's the new Asa that came on the scene. See Serapis? That's the new Serapis. Uh-oh. Nation ain't gonna like that. But you got a white man as a God. Nigga, I can beat up on you forever. They gonna run from that. I'm gonna tell you, y'all, they gonna get it paroled up. They trying to give him up now. They trying to go all the way orthodox. Straight up. The nation is trying to go orthodox. Ain't no way you can get away with that no more. We just not buying it. I need the blackest of the blackest man to be God. That's the standard. Then you can never go wrong. Brother like that back there, black. Sister over there, I'm talking about pitch black. Go outside at 12 o'clock noon and the street lights come on. So black. We love black. It cannot ever change. It can never change. It should always, the standard should always be the blackest black man and the blackest black woman. That's the standard. If it changes from that, we didn't went wrong. We didn't went wrong because the black woman and the black man can produce every shade in here. But we cannot do that vice versa. So that shows you the origin. And you should never leave the origin. And so again, Jesus is Serapis. Jesus is Serapis. It's the refinement of Serapis. So if the Quran was given to Muhammad from the mouth of Allah, how did Jesus end up in it? Huh? I mean, ask that question. I want somebody to answer it. Jesus is Serapis. There is no, and Serapis is the rate of Asa. How does Jesus end up in the Quran? If it was given from Allah to Muhammad, mouth to ear. How the hell does how does Serapis end up in the book? That shows you the Roman influence. I'm showing you the Jewish influence, now showing you the Roman influence. Right there. And this is the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris, named after Isis, per Isis, the house of Isis. You can see where the Christians raped it. Straight up out there now, there is no Christianity. Christianity is the rape of Asa. So how does Mary end up in the Quran? How does Joseph end up in the Quran? Man, there's the crack right there. Anybody that's using Jesus, you dumb. Weigh your ass out. If you use Jesus in your concept, you are looking to be woke out. Plain and simple, because it's too easy to show that Christianity come up out the Nile Valley. So a white man as God, the worship of white people. This one is no different than that. It's no different, family. I'm sorry. It's no different. There it is. Gaddafi and Farah. I mean, these are two Arabs. Farah Muhammad, man, is an Arab. That's right. I come from Detroit, the largest Arab community outside of the Middle East. You know what a damn Arab look like? Look at them all day long. They own everything. Every liquor store, every supermarket, everything. We know what Arabs look like. Tell me that's no damn black man. Anything lighter than me, nigga, you suspect. Straight up. You lighter than me, nigga. We ain't going for that. We're not going for that. Nigga, you white, nigga. Shit. We got to have some standards here, family. And so, this is what it's about. Hey, see, that's not in order, but I'm gonna come. See, the white man is the one that came up with that concept. Because when they came into Africa in them lands with that sun, they ass went to cooking. And so in they psyche, hell is a place where they can never escape. And they just cooking continuously. That's a white man's theory, man. That's a white man's theory. And so you look at Fred. See him? See him cooking back there? See?
Yeah, I see him.
That's the white man. That's his psyche. That's how he think about himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's skin cancer. That's skin cancer. We're the first people that prayed according to the sun cycle. So just like the Muslims get up and they pray according to the sun cycle, the Nile Valley Africans was the first one that prayed to the sun cycle. And we can prove it on the walls. Right there. The worship of white people. Now you tell me who is who. They all the same thing. See, it's the concept, man. It's the worship of white people. All of them are some crazy people. All of them. Not one of them. Not one of them ain't crazy. That man gene is the same gene in that man and these two homosexual deities right here. It's all the same thing. A lot of people ain't gonna, they just don't want to deal with that fact, but that's what it is. Nah, let's deal with the origin of the white man. You see that? See how that's called Wolfman's disease. That's how a lot of them crackers was in the beginning. Because it exists. The gene is in their blood. So you see right there, that's stage one. I see I'm hurting a lot of people because y'all got a lot of white aunties. You can't go home and tell your white auntie that this is what she comes from. I know it breaks your heart, don't it? But see that's stage one, that's stage two. See again, that's stage one, that's how the white man originally looked. This is stage two. See, he coming down a little bit, but he's still kind of beastly. He's still kind of beastly. See that? See that? See? And you say you looking for Bigfoot. That's their uncle. That's up in the attic. That don't never come down. They put his plate right there at the bottom of the stairs, close the door, let it creep on down again, he go back upstairs. That's the white man. That's the white man right there. So what it is that shows that they come from cold climate. That's where they come from. See that? That's nothing but a beast. And the baby even got enough sense to see it. It's nothing but a beast. That's the white man with all that hair on his body. So now this is stage 3. This is stage 3, and this is stage 4. See, the reason why they burn is because they lost their hair. That's why they burn. That's why they burn. Because they lost their damn hair. Bottom line. And so, you looking at Dracula, and the sun cooking his ass. See, that's in their psyche. Y'all keep thinking it's a damn fantasy. It ain't no fantasy, it's real. And so, Fire his ass up. Let's get him out. Let's get him on out. Thank you, Rob. Let's burn some more crackers like that. See that? See that? See that song just cooked right through her forehead. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they dress up the way they do. That's how you know an Arab is a cracker. Look at that damn outfit. That was to replace the missing hair. That's why they dress up like that. Because if they didn't put that shit on, they'd be looking just like that with a hole in their forehead. Just put it straight through. See that? See, if she didn't have that on, she'll look just like that little red peckerwood right there. Looking like Big Bird. See that? Just cooked right through his face. That's rock. That's rock. That's because they lost their fur. That's basically what they had. See that? See, that's why they put that on. Ain't no reason for that, man. There's no reason for that. Ain't no damn reason for that. That's insanity, man. That's insanity. But I guess that's what they need to put on to protect themselves. And so that's why you can, you know. And so when you go to the walls of ancient Egypt, you don't see them people wearing that shit right there. You don't see that. Now, I respect the Muslim queen when they wear the wrap over their head, but that shit right there, I don't respect it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Ain't nobody, you don't go on the wall, you don't see our ancestors wearing no shit like that. We got beautiful women, man. Ain't no damn way. Well, we gonna dress our women up in no shit like that. That's bullshit. That's Arab, white man uniform. It ain't even really got nothing to do with religion. That's the uniform that they need to go on their body to be protected against that sun. So you see right there, all of that. You can go to the walls of Kemet. I dare you to find any ancient Nile Valley African wearing that uniform. I dare you. And Egypt just as hot as Arabia. So why they ain't wearing it? Because they're culturally two different people. Look at that. See that? Look at that. That show you right. That's the Muslim. That's the Jew. Look at that, man. Now you know he got all type of ticks and fleas in his beard. You know it. Just like an animal. They're going to gather that in all type of bugs, laying all type of eggs in their body. You understand? That's what they're doing. They don't wear deodorant at all. I can put a check mark on that. That they don't wear deodorant. And so here you got the old broken down Pope, back all bent, and here go the Jew. They praying on the same wall, family. They from the same origin. And now here you go, here's the Muslims on the Kaaba. Now they also on the walls. Man, these is culturally the same people. That's what I'm saying. That they come out of the same origin. In Africa, the white skin is cursed by rock. I love my brothers and sisters. These are albinos. But this is what Africa has done to them. That's why a white man would have never been a god. Because in Africa, white means death. Plain and simple. White means death. If you go check, they got a lot of homes where they put those who got animalism. They put them up in them homes. You understand what I'm saying? Because they cannot take it. That's an effect. And so right here, they got the same mother and father. Dark skin. But they produce, these is twins. These are twins right here. Those are twins. Brother and sister. He can't produce her, but she can produce him. She's the greater. That's the image of God. Ain't no way no white man, even though he's of the seed, he's respected. But she should be the image of God because she's the dominant. The God should never be a representation of the lesser. Farad Muhammad is a white man. He should never be the symbol of the deity. Never. And so right here, you see Amos Nefertari the greater, and you see Farad Muhammad the lesser. She can produce him, but but he cannot produce her. How can he be God if she's not? Nigga, shut up with your weak ass mathematics. If your mathematics can't add that up, I don't know what kind of mathematics you got. Nigga, you need to go count them mathematics again, and they know who I'm talking about. You know, every time I come into town, niggas is smiling. They can make all type of videos when I'm gone. But we bosses up in there, 6 deep. We ain't scared of none of them niggas. Soon as they see it, they smile. Seti, Seti. But nigga, you just making all kind of videos on me. They don't never do shit when I come into town. I'm sick of them niggas. So here you see twins right here. You see that she's the dominant. This is the lesser. This is his little sister. He's the dominant. She's the lesser. This is her mother. But see, the light, the albino cannot produce the dark-skinned Ethiopian. Right. That's the lesser. Right. So the blackness should always be the representation of God. God is all things, can create all things. That right there is deficient, even though we love them. We're going to take care of them as our peoples. But the image must be of the blackness. So this is Buddha. This right here. So he gonna show you some old Dravidian with some straight hair. Talking about just the original Arab. Nigga, you go to the deity. You see right there, that is woolly hair. It's woolly hair. All over the world, the original black man with woolly hair was the dominant man. You start getting straight hair when you start mixing with them Orientals and them crackers. There it is. I'm sorry. So if you got straight hair, I'm sorry. Right here, this is the Mesopotamians. This is the early Persians. If you watch the movie 300, the Immortals, they came out, they showed them to be very ugly because they were the Africans. You see them right there with woolly hair. You see the curls in their beard. This is the Olmecs, showing that they had African braids in their hair. In the Nation of Islam, they say some crazy scientists about 50,000 years, and here we go with them string numbers and shit. 50,000 years ago, he turned our hair curly, kinky. And that our hair was originally straight as our eyebrows. This is what they teach in the Nation of Islam. You know why they teach that? Because they got to justify a cracker being their God. That's all they doing. That's right. I'm getting on their ass today. Sorry. Farah gonna come up and say, we give up. You're gonna come up out the grave. We give up. You busted. So you see right here, the young brothers and sisters, you know, even that wear the braids. We doing the same thing our ancestors was doing. The only thing is we been ruled over by an oppressor. If we was in our own land doing a lot of, we'd have been crystallized. We'd have been doing, everything we would be doing would be at a high frequency. But because we over here dealing with these peckerwoods, we dying over here. We got to go back home. A lot of us don't want to go, but we need to be sending colonies back home. If you don't want to go, that's cool. But we need to get some international diplomacy going on. Well, we sending our peoples over there to build on Africa. Those that want to go say, yeah, well, I'll go. Well, if you want to stay here. Manage this portion of the operation. And let some of our brothers and sisters go overseas and manage that portion of the operation. Right. We dying in here. The only way we're going to help ourselves is to go back home in some form of capacity. That's it. We got to revisit Marcus Garvey. We must. We got to start thinking about Africa. It's a lot of Africans at home that love you. Don't let them little Uncle Tom British niggas that come over here. Them not the standard of the revolutionary thinkers over there. Because their ass is running over here to keep them being killed over there by the revolutionaries. So don't think they coming over here to speak for revolutionary Africa. It was nothing but British agents that they done brought over here to reinforce white supremacy over you and I. So you tell them Africans, we love you, nigga, but we already been over here doing the bid. Don't make me trip on your ass. You better get your ass over here and fall in line before we stomp a mud hole in your ass. Because we've been dealing with oppression for a long time. Don't bring your ass over here kissing this white man's ass. And we've been over here oppressed. That's the quickest way for us to stomp a mud hole in your ass. And don't be scared to boss up on their ass. I love you, African, but nigga, we running this over here. You better fall in line with this revolution, nigga, or take your ass back home or go in the ground. Whichever one you want to do. And so this is Daviki and Krishna. And Krishna in India means the black one. So you see our Seti Heru went all over the world, family. That's documented evidence. They doing the same thing. And the only thing you won't see the white Mary and white Jesus do, she never suckles. Just sit there. The woman ain't even got no milk. They was using black women in slavery to breastfeed their babies. Crackers ain't even got no calcium. By the time they get 40, they're already like this. You know, bent down. Ain't got no calcium. As they came up off of their bones, they returned. They're going right back on down. They're going right back on down on them forward. We're again looking at the queens and how they still rocking the Nile Valley hairstyles. And you see, that's the red ochre that they got over their skin. That's the same thing that the Kemites got on their skin. It's a brownish red. It's ochre. It symbolizes being a child of the sun. That's what it is. Now, you see this? This is an Aztec priest. See how they paint themselves black? And this is an Aztec priest today, still painting his face black. There was no white god nowhere in the ancient world. All of the deities was black all over the planet. Here's the evidence right here from South America. Now, this is in India. We went from 2 continents. This is Kali, spelled K-A-L-I, Kali, which is a form of best in India. You can tell by the tongue sticking out. And you see this worshiper of Kali painting his face black. Here's the nappy-head Buddhas. Buddha is a Sar in Southwest Asia. There was no white god in the ancient world. Here it is. This is Amun, black. If you notice the Greeks, they always use marble. It represents their physical form. We always use stone that have melanin in it. You never see no deities or no Africans on the wall that's white at all. Period. So that's Amun. So as the Christian, the Muslim, and the Jew, if their God is so superior, why do they end their prayers in Amun? You was in slavery, so you said, in Kemet for 400 years. We've been here about the same amount of time. We thoroughly Europeanized. We know about the Constitution. We know about George Washington and Lincoln and the Declaration of Independence, the Civil War. How could they have spent that much time in Kemet, 420 years, and not take something out with them? That's bullshit. Amun is the supreme god of ancient Egypt during the New Kingdom. There's no way they could have got out of there and not known that name. That's bullshit. Sorry. And so right here, you see, this is men. And you can tell men, which is another form of Amun, but he got that cord going down the back, and you'll see him with an erect phallus, black phallus. So a lot of people try to say black men death in Kemet. That's bullshit. Because God man is the god of fertility. And he's black. And you see right here, Tutankhamun, he's drinking from the udder of Heru, Hathor, which is the queen mother, which is the black woman, which showed that he had to go back to his mama to get nourishment. Ain't no way you can do without. The black woman is God. And the quicker you find that out, the better you will be. If you fighting a nigga, it's just that cracker inside of you that you're trying to hold on to. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. When that nigga, we know how Dr. Jekyll, Hyde was in the mirror talking to him. Like, he had to take that serum to bring him out. You understand what I'm saying? And he's telling him to take it so he can come on out. That's what it is. Men, see him right there? See the phallus? And so, when they make you take your oath, see, you testify. See, but in order to testify, you got to have testes. So the brothers in the crowd, they would grab their testes and they would testify. You understand what I'm saying? So women cannot testify, even though they go in the church talking about, let me testify. Now you going to testify and you ain't got no damn testes. Get out of here. But that was, you know, before they were putting their hand, because you going to lose that, nigga. When you testify and then we come around, you done told a damn lie. That what you holding on, you going to be missing. And so most of the time people they're going to live up to their word. Word is bond. It is bond. So again, we showing you, men, that this is the black God. And so we ain't got to settle for no damn Farah Muhammad talking about he's black. No, nigga, just show me a black God. Don't try to convince me he half original. What the hell do that mean? He half original. That's just like saying that's half some bullshit, this half some good shit, and you just, whatever your mind say it is, just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So this showing you Asa as a black God. And you see the Ethiopian ostrich fella. And my rod and my staff, they comfort me. My rod and my staff, they comfort me. Another form of Asa, always black. Here's our most Nefertari, black. Almond, black. Here's Asa, resurrected. You see he's resurrected. I kind of tilted it. It would be on the 90-degree angle. But I put it down the way that it is, just to show you that black is the color of divinity and resurrection. I'm showing these is original scrolls, family. That's an original scroll right there. That scroll was written around 2000 BCE. Damn, family, when you got something like that, you got to treasure that. You gonna let a nigga bring you something up here that just been copyrighted in 1940, and you got ancient scrolls like this? See, this is what the Muslim cannot bring forward. This is what the Christian cannot bring forward. This is what the Jew cannot bring forward. They cannot bring you no original Torah, no original book, no book in the Bible, or no damn Quran. They cannot bring you the original one at all. They're going to come up with some excuse. You know why? It never existed. Simple as that. I'm sorry. I got Muslims in my family, Christians in my family, Jews in my family, and they look at me the same way y'all look at me. Half of y'all stunned as hell. Niggas look stunned. You know, I'm just saying, you know, because I'm serious. Here you go. The black man worshiping, praying on his own scroll. When he wasn't a slave. When he wasn't a slave. You see the black Tutankhamun. I'm in the hat. We got, if you notice, all of the statues, they use a dark melanated stone. They never use a white stone or a light stone. Here's Heru. Again, there's Ahmed. So here's Khonsu. So before the Muslim had the crescent, the sun and the star, we showing you right here Khonsu with the crescent and the sun. Man, all of that was already in the Nile Valley, man. Y'all can't claim that. Y'all cannot claim that. Give it up. Here's our most papyrus, 1650 BCE. I dare any one of y'all, from any religion whatsoever, to show me a manuscript that come even close to being as ancient.
Okay.
Can you do it?
I think so.
Which one is that? You already, when you went on, you messed up. Let me ask you this question. See the Pope, what is he doing? He's kissing the Quran. Ask yourself this question. Why is the Pope kissing the Quran? With over, wait a minute. Now I'm going to get, bear with me. With over half a billion Africans enslaved by it, wouldn't you? So Walter Williams said that the Roman Catholics had something to do with the Quran. That's what Walter Williams said. We went to Serapis. We went to Serapis, which is Jesus. That was ratified at the Council of Nicaea. That's what Jesus was made God. So if you use Jesus at any point in time in your philosophy, you are using a Roman concept. So on that point, the Muslim took from the Roman Catholic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry on that note. So when you look at the nun, here's the Muslim. Same cultural origin. Same cultural origin. Here's the nun, here's the Muslim. The only thing is that it seems like the Muslim took it up a notch because they probably have more uglier women. I'm not talking about the black woman. I'm talking about that low-life Arab. He said, no, we can do better than that. And he covered it all the way up. Then he said, yes, we have achieved greatness. We have covered this ugly woman up. Okay, again, you see the Christian, you see the non, you see the Muslim, you see the cultural origin. They come from the same cultural origin. So, they took something from the Roman Catholic. They did, I'm sorry. Now, you look at their architecture, you see the dome? They was in tents. They was gold purpose. Where did they get the architecture from? They got the dome from the Romans. So that show you right there when the Hebrews came up out of Kemet, they was worshiping that Hebrew. They was worshiping the golden calf, which is the black woman. That show you right there. That's Heru. That's the golden calf, and that's the mentioning of the golden calf in the Quran. That's Surah 7, Ayat 152. Even when you talk about that book, Surah, Ra, Ayat, Mayat, Ramadan. You hear all that they using the same titles, man. They took the 22 letters from ancient Kemet, and that's why it sounds much alike, like it does. But they did not take the meanings. They did. And so right here, the Hebrews was worshiping the African woman when they left Kemet, Tamari. Right there, the golden calf. And so, again, you see that? See that crescent? Heru. That's Heru. That's Heru. That's Heru, God. That's the black woman. That's what was in the land before. That's Ishtar, which is Heru. It was in the land before Allah. It was in the land before Allah. Now, do y'all see it right there? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? See the horns? See the sun disk? I'm going to put it in there for you. See that right there? See that? There it is. That's your one world. They use all these symbols, you know, and you don't understand the symbol. But once you go back to the metal letter and you study the metal letter, you're going to see it in everything. Because that was the mother language of all languages. It's the mother science of all science. So everything that exists today is a downgrade from the metal letter. So you see right here, Tahuti. See the crescent? See the sun? You can't say it started with Islam. Can't say it started with Judaism. Can't say it started with Christianity. These universal symbols was with our people forever. It was with our people forever. You cannot start there. It's all our history, family. You know, don't fight it. It's still our history. And so you see it there. You see it here. And you see right here, our people's worshiping the sun and the stars. Right here. Not worshiping, but praying accordingly to the order of things. There's an order in the universe that should not be usurped. A penis going to vagina. In agreement? I have to ask now. In 2009 going to 2010, y'all might not agree. You just might not agree. Now, I'm about to get sticky now. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm about to get sticky. See? You see the crescent? You see the star? I'm going to lead y'all down this road. They got a cultural origin. They come out of that cold climate. That's why they replaced the moon, the sun, with the star, because they moved at night. That's all it's saying. And so you see Santa Claus, what time do he move? He moves at night. He moves at night. He's a moon deity. That's what he is. He's a moon deity. Now, you see that? Same symbols. Same symbols. They're interchangeable because they come from the same origin. Now you see that? That's the devil's pentagram. See it? That's the star. Now let work with me now. You ain't gonna like it. Huh? I got off into it with the Moor Science Temple. I proved that they were occultists. The Adept Chamber, messing around with Madame Blavatsky, a Jewish witch. That's right. That's all she was. And so when they go into the Adept Chamber, that's where they're going. Okay then. I know you don't have me revisit that debate. And so you see right here, it's Kabbalism, where they write all that shit in them pentagrams and put candles all over the diagram and call on certain demons. Certain demons, and even got angels mixed in. Got God mixed in with the devil, and they calling on them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See him standing in a Masonic stance? Right there with the Quran in his hand. See the Masonic stance? That's the Masonic stance.
45 degrees.
See it? Holding the Quran. Cannot serve two masters now. Because you're going to love one and hate the other. So what one do you follow? Which one do you follow? See them? See them with their... All of it come out of Kimmy. But you see it? Man, they standing like peckerwoods. They take the same oath as the peckerwood. I didn't bring it. That's an actual fact. You don't like it, too damn bad. That's what it is. They was Masons. Right along with the Quran on top of something else. So you see this? Prince of Wales meets the leader of Nigeria, 70 Muslim. See that? I'm going to show it to you. 70 million. Nigeria has the largest Muslim population in Africa. Matter of fact, it might be one of the largest Muslim nations on the planet. I think behind maybe Indonesia. I think Indonesia got probably the largest Muslim population on the planet Earth. Nigeria is not far behind. Now watch this. Watch this. See? See that Masonic handshake? He's supposed to be a damn Muslim. He's supposed to be a Muslim. They down with the New World Order. Come here playing that shit with me. They trying to run our people into the ground. And they was always buddies before they even went into Africa. The white man and the Arab has been buddy-buddy for the longest. So there you see the Masonic handshake. Now, wait a minute, let me go back to that. I didn't even put that in there. But you see that the Star of David, that the Masonic symbols, if you outline the edges of it, it's nothing but the Star of David. They interchangeable. All of that shit is interchangeable. It comes from the same origin, family. So the Jew is he's the one, he's the author of Masonry. I'm just going to tell you flat out. The Jew is the author of every damn religion that exists today. Every one of them. Masonry, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, the Jew. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So a lot of people said that this right here, I don't know exactly the name. They try to say that's homosexuality. A lot of people try to say them two, they're supposed to be twins and that they kissing. But in actuality, what they doing is, let me go back. It's like me and this brother standing. And so he's not going to his mouth, he's going to his ear. And so they're trying to say he's kissing, but they're not. So you see right here where the Mason took the same stance, but he's going to his ear. He's whispering in his ear. These are brothers of the craft. You see that now? He didn't understand what it was, so he's gonna kiss him in the damn mouth. He's gonna go kiss him in the damn mouth. The Arab is a homosexual, and I'm just gonna tell you that to you. I'm telling you to the bottom of my heart that it's a fact that they kiss each other. Nigga, don't get that close to me in my mouth, nigga. If a man, I don't care who you is, don't make no mistake and kiss me. Don't even get that close, because I'm gonna hurt you. Now look at this. Now what you got to understand is Dracula come out of Romania. If you go back far enough, you'll understand that's Khazarian. Go get the 13th tribe. That's where that shit come from. Kabbalism. It came out of Khazaria. Before they became Jews, they was Khazar. That's where Sufism come from, which is the mystical form of Islam. That's where Kabbalism come from. They was all practicing that before they got a Quran, before they got a Torah, before they got a Bible. They was into that Kabbalism. This Khazarian. This is a smaller portion of it, but it came on around. This is Turkey, right here, all of it mixed. So you see right here, Madonna, who practices Kabbalah. See, this is the Kabbalah, this is Sufism. And you see the Sufis, they have that fez on their head, and they be high. They go take them a sniff of a hayride, and they spin. You see, they call them the twirling dervishes, and they just spin. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess they be so damn high, they don't even know they spinning no more. They just spin all up into the ninth ether some damn way. This is what they doing. And so you see here, you see the witch's hat with the star at the top, and you see the Christmas tree with the star at the top. It's interchangeable. It's Kabbalism. All that I'm gonna show you. I'm just warming y'all up. See the Kabbalah tree? See the different colors? These are the bulbs. See the sun at the top, and over here you see the bulb with the tree at the top. The Jew is the one that broke. If y'all go to any store this Christmas, the Jew is the one selling all them damn toys. He don't even practice Christmas, but he's the man that produces all the toys that y'all go buy. He creates the damn holiday. The holiday is not ran by Christians, it's ran by Jews. Flat out. And so you see right here, you see the Kabbalah tree. It's the same thing. You see the star at the top, and you see these are the buds. They playing with y'all. That shit is witchcraft. And hell, you gonna drag a damn tree in your living room. That don't even make no damn sense. Don't y'all know that's idolatry? That's white people's idolatry. Because that's a damn evergreen tree. That comes from the north. You still worshiping white people. Nah. You see this cracker right here? That's Aleister Crowley. Sick ass cracker. Sick. He's responsible for bringing Satanism into rock and roll. Him right there. He's responsible. And so you see Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Kabbalist. They playing with them cards. Them tarot cards. See, they done flipped the script now. And they got the kids messing with it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Kabbalism. I'm telling you, look at all the monsters they got on there. If you go get a 5th and 6th books of Moses, open that shit up. And they got the different diagrams inside of it because it's a Kabbalah. And you put it out there, you draw it on the wall, you put your candles on there, and you say the ritual, the incantations. And it's supposed to bring about whatever the ritual is supposed to bring about. That's Kabbalism. That's witchcraft. So you see them right there? You see them throwing them cards? All them different demons and shit? That's the early tarot cards. Where they messing with all that fucking witchcraft. On 5. Yeah. Let me get my 5. Okay. So you see these tarot cards where the gypsies come out and perform all type of, rituals where they trying to tell you your damn future. If you don't get away from that damn gypsy, you ain't gonna have no damn future. Because they're going to talk you up out of your future. So this is early Kabbalism, where they came in and they started mystifying a lot of our images in Kemet and putting that early witchcraft into it. And so you see right there, even with the X-Men, Gambit throwing that card. See that gypsy with them cards? That's what it is. Y'all need to leave that shit alone. Don't let your babies play with none of that. Saying what's on them damn cards. That's incantation. You practicing Kabbalism and don't even know it. Because the Jew making up everything in this on this planet Earth. All media. So you are practicing Kabbalism and you don't even know it when you turn that damn TV on, because they done hit it all in the broadcast. So you see right there the different demons and shit. Beast King. You understand? On the lava golem and all that shit. So now, I'm about to get deep. My heart went to racing because I don't think by the time I get up in that fifth one from this one, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. You got right here, you got Hellraiser, Pinhead. And you see him messing with that cube. He unlocks it. You got chambers that he have to unlock it, and it'll bring demons from up out of here. And so you see right there the Kabbalist. See how he's turning the tree? You understand what I'm saying? Wait a minute now. See that? That's the box. That's the box. Huh? Wake up. Wake up. Y'all want to play games? Y'all want to play the little toys that these crackers put out there for you? Nigga, when you don't understand it, if you can get it to where, you know, all the colors, that's the same thing when he cracks that open and he brings that damn demon up out of the underworld. Watch that sick shit. I believe Hellraiser is the most sickest of any demon that they ever created. He's the sickest. I can't even watch that shit. That's the sickest. That's the sickest. Now, this is a demon up in it's like in the Netherlands. Their Christmas is called, it's not Santa Claus, it's Santa Claus. And this is his helper. He's enchained a black demon to be his helper that, you know, carries the bags for him and everything. This is in the Netherlands. This is in the Netherlands. And this is actually a postcard that they send around. This is what they think about. This is your Christmas. So when you go practicing that Christmas shit, this is what you're practicing. That's Kabbalism. Now, understand me, family. Understand me with this. Kabbalah, Kaaba. Kabbalah, Kaaba. One white deity with a cube, another white deity with a cube. Oh, y'all don't want to. Oh, that's what was there before Muhammad. They had 360 idols in the Kaaba. They was practicing Kabbalah. That's exactly what they was practicing. That's exactly what they was practicing. Why does he got a veil over his face? Wait a minute. No, let me go to that. Okay, you see that? In Hellraiser, you know, they would have these damn chains come out of nowhere. Pinhead would call them, you know, bring the chain. And the chains will be coming out all out the sky, hitting these people in the face, hooks, and pulling their face like that. They still doing it, family. See them chains right there? Them is the chains that drug James Murphy. Huh? See it? See it? Huh? That was a Kabbalistic ritual. See it? Those are the chains that drug our brother and dismembered his body. They was doing that in slavery, family. I'm sorry. That's Kabbalism. So this is what I took up out of this is up out of the 5th and 6th books of Moses. That's one of those diagrams. And this particular demon, Mephisto, that's a demon. You can go look it up. Mephisto, he's a demon. See that? See that diagram in the middle? See the square inside of the circle? That right there is the box for Hellraiser. It's a square with the circle. Now it's going to switch a little somewhat, but it's the same thing. Take it back. See it? There it is. That's who Pinhead is, Mephisto. He's a demon. He's a white demon that they call up. And so, I'm sorry, family. I'm going to go 100 on this one. That's what it is. It was an early shrine to Kabbalism. I'm sorry. Most Muslims will tell you that they was pagan and heathens before Muhammad. That they had them idols in there. That's what they was practicing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, family. And so the reason why that he has a veil over his face. Go. This is the reason why he has the veil over his face. Because if they show what was up under it, that's what it would be. That's what it would be. That's what it would be. There's no reason for you not to show his face. There's no reason for you to not show his face. A lot of this was added. A lot of this was added. A lot of them Kabbalists added a lot of this information. They hide a lot of the information. When you go off in the Bible and it's talking about beasts that got 12 heads and shit, that shit is in Kabbalism. You can go into them Kabbalists and they'll have the actual drawings just like you seen the other one. And they would draw that shit on the ground and they would do their rituals on that particular drawing. That's what Kabbalism is. One form of it is the Ouija board. That's one form of Kabbalism. So there it is, family. So Jesus is Serapis. Jesus is Mohammed. Jesus is Zoroaster. Jesus is Zeus. All of the white deities is the same deity. Now look at this. Where that sword at? Woman's sword. Now you see this deity in India? See his tongue sticking out? That's Bes. You can even see the beard. That's Bes. Bes is the oldest deity on the planet Earth, representing the Twa. It come up out of Central East Africa. We can show that the Nile Valley was all over the planet Earth, man. It's the oldest religion by far that can be documented without no problem. Now, remember we said Aleister Crowley brought Satanism into rock and roll. See that white boy from Kiss? See that? They got that from India. See them like Madame Blavatsky, just like Noble Jew Ali. That's why he had on that Indian uniform. Because they was into that theosophy. What Madame Blavatsky is in is called theosophy, and Aleister Crowley was also a theosophist. And so their headquarters was in India, and that's why he got his tongue sticking out like cats. That's because they was getting that from them theosophists from out of India. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. And so now you got Gaddafi over the head of the African Union. That's no different than the white boy Farad over an all-black nation, or where it was all-black. They got crackers in the Nation of Islam today. That's right. When we was in New York, they even had bodyguard. The cracker that was taping it down for the Muslim was a white boy. He was a stone-cold white boy. It was at least 3 white boys on the front row and 1 white boy up in the FOI. We was watching. And I'm looking, and the little white boy, when we got, got ready to do our thing about, got chest to chest with him, I looked up, and I seen him acting like he was coming out. Man, please. If that cracker would have touched me, I would have came back there and shot every nigga in there. You gonna put some crackers over us? That's right. To boss up on us? Oh, man. How is they gonna come put some crackers in the FOI and have these crackers thinking they're gonna boss up on us? Nigga, y'all looking to be sprayed. Nigga, we ain't going for that. That's right. And I seen the little white boy. I'd have whooped that white boy ass. I'd have crushed that white boy like he gonna come out. Nigga, please.
Ride with you, Seti.
Ride with me, brother. I'll ride with you. So you look at right here. This is Gaddafi. This is who Farrakhan got his loan to start the Nation of Islam with. Right there. Again. Pay attention. When y'all see these, look at the hand. See that? He's a Mason. Look at Get out of here. Now these are the Turks that came into Egypt. That's Howard Carter. There you go right there. The Turk and the British working side by side. If you go into some of the older maps, it might say Anglo-Egyptian or Anglo-Ottoman. You'll see. That's the Anglo is the English. So that's that union that they got. So, see right there, they're going down into the tomb. Thieves in the temple. Anglo-Islamic conquest of Africa. They went right in there and raped Africa. See that? They all in the damn tombs. Right there, they're your Muslim Arab, and they're the white British Howard Carter. How about we excavate Muhammad's tomb? See, now if I see that, Muslim ready to fight. But they all down in our ancestors' tomb, right? That's right. Trying to get the gold up out of there. Nothing but thieves. Right there, standing outside the tomb. Posing. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about our ancestors. They wouldn't go rape Muhammad's tomb, Abu Bakr's tomb, Umar the Great's tomb. They don't care about us people. And so, right there, you notice the fez, the choice headdress of the Arab enemy of Africa. The obelisk once marked the entrance to the Luxor temple. The viceroy of Egypt, Muhammad Ali, offered the 3,000-year-old Luxor obelisk to France in 1831. He tore that down, man. Muhammad Ali, he was a Turk, and that's why the Nation of Islam's flag is a Turkish flag. And that's why he named Cassius Clay Muhammad Ali. Can't get away from that. The Nation of Islam's flag is a Turkish flag. It's just turned the opposite way. And I got some things from, it's just like Deuce Muhammad Ali in the UNIA. If you go back to Arlene, where I debated Arlene, Marcus Garvey kicked his ass up out of the UNIA for reporting to Turks and Egyptians. The Turks was in charge of Egypt at that time. He kicked Deuce Muhammad Ali ass out of the UNIA for that reason. The Turkish Islam was the dominant Islam of that day and age. So basically all Islamic organization came up out of the Turkish state. That's why they flying that flag. And so the Rape of the Nile by Brian Fagan, he gonna tell y'all. The hour produced the man, a ruler who had a catastrophic effect on the archaeology of ancient Egypt. Muhammad Ali was a Macedonian orphan who rose to powerful commands in the Turkish army in Egypt through sheer ability. Let me go on. But the Pasha was friendly towards foreigners and did a great deal to open up the Nile Valley, not only to merchants and diplomats, but also to the casual tourists and dealers. And what matter if many of the visitors who were interested in antiquities and ransacking ancient tombs. To a despot ruler interested in international power and foreign capital, the monuments of ancient Egypt were of little interest except as a diplomatic lever or a way of keeping powerful visitors with strange hobbies interested in Egypt. Soon Egypt was being stripped of thousands of portable antiquities by a steady stream of collectors, dealers, tourists, and just plain shady characters who saw a chance for a quick profit from the antiquities trade. The British occupation force arrived early on the scene. The Earl of Cavan took a fancy to one of the obelisks of Alexandria and obtained a permit from the Turkish authority to remove it to London as a memorial to the British victories in Egypt. The soldiers themselves were enthusiastic about the scheme, so subscribed money for a ship and volunteered their labor to transport the obelisk. But London was unenthusiastic, and the obelisk remained in the squalor of Alexandria until 1877, when it was finally transported to London on the initiative of Wilson, a wealthy businessman. The 70-year delay was entirely due to British government disinterest, despite renewed invitations from both Muhammad Ali and his successor. Only when a Greek landowner threatened to cut up the obelisk for building stone did private initiative saved from destruction, which is now known as Cleopatra's Needle. So they was raping all of them artifacts up out of Kemet, up under the air, up under Islam. Nigga, get up out of here. Islam ain't did nothing to Africa but raping. I'm just gonna be real. The brothers and sisters that are part of Islam are good brothers and sisters. What they bring to them is what they bring to Islam and them other religions is the African spirit that existed in all of us before we even had a religion. So they bring some goodness in it because we are the children of God. And so we gonna bring some goodness to anything we are part of. But the overall package of Islam is a slave religion. It came into it when our history opens up with Islam, Bilal is a slave. If Islam viewed ancient Egypt as a Muslim state, why do they desecrate the mummies in the manner that they do? Here it is. See how they put our ancestors out on display like that? That body supposed to be in the ground. They forever digging our ancestors up out of the ground. That's how you know it don't belong to them. Because nobody will do their own people that way. They hoping they can find one of them gold masks again. Another tomb with a lot of gold. They hoping. But we, look at this low-life peckerwood. Taking a picture of our ancestors. Somebody should come out the side and just knock his damn teeth out his mouth. Just blow his damn mouth out. The hell is you doing? I mean, that's just desecration. That's all it is. Look at that. Even got the babies on display. They have, there's no level that they won't go to. So here it is. This is what Islam has done for Africa. Put our ancestors' bodies on display. Now here we go with Elijah Muhammad. I don't have to attack Elijah Muhammad. Because the one thing about Elijah Muhammad is that he says this. Elijah Muhammad said that the Quran is perfectly pure. I didn't already crack that with Jesus. That's gone. That's over with. I cracked that with Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, which is Asa, Aset, and Hebrew. We ain't even got to go no further. Right there we can crack that egg right on open. This is what Elijah says in the message of the black man on page 59. On visiting with a couple of my sons in what they call the Near East in 1959, I began in Turkey. He begins in Turkey. Why does he begin in Turkey? Because Farah Muhammad is a pan-Islamic nationalist. If you look up pan-Islamic nationalism, look it up on the internet. The holy land for that movement is Turkey. It emanates from Turkey. That's what it is. It says, I began in Turkey. We traveled from Turkey down to Africa, to Ethiopia and the Sudan. So what I'm saying is, why does a man who comes from North Carolina and Detroit just take a trip to Turkey? Why does he go to Turkey? Because his master was in Turkey. And that's why they fly the Turkish flag. If it's walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. That's all it is. It's Turkish Islam. Right here, the glorious Holy Quran. Where is it at? I think it's on the second page. Right here. The Quran, it is called The glorious Quran, and without mistake. I'm going to go down here. Let me go. I think it might be on this next page. Yeah, it might be on this next. Man, we have no doubt the Holy Quran is from the Lord of the world. It is one of the cleanest books you have ever read. The God that revealed the Holy Quran Sharif to Muhammad is the same that revealed the scriptures to the other prophets. So he said that Allah also gave the Torah to Moses and also the gospel to Jesus. That cannot be true because there is no Jesus. We already cracked that. We only need one crack, and that's been cracked. How can God have given them that book when we can clearly see where the 10 Commandments come from, the 47 negative confession? We understand that we can go into our creation story, which existed before the Hebrews' creation story. We had all of this before them. So you cannot say God gave you none of them laws. Them laws existed in Africa thousands of years before any of them books came into being. So it's been cracked. I don't have to go in, and a lot of people thought that I was going to slander Elijah. I ain't got to slander. All I have to do is ride that one concept, and that cracks it all. It is not perfectly pure. It has been tampered with. Anything that man has put his hands on is impure. Anything man has put his hands on is impure. So now they're de-Africanizing king. You know, this is the original Tutankhamun. This is the newest piece of bullshit that the Arab did put up. See, this is what Islam is doing to our damn history. What the black Muslim got to do is he got to fire off on that Arab for keep fucking over our history. We ain't gonna give you no slack. That's what the black Muslim got to do. He got to call that Arab Muslim out for putting our ancestors on display like that. Think they're gonna do it? Think they're gonna do it? No. Okay, so you don't say we gonna all unite, because we can't unite. Because it's certain things that your religion requires you to do that you're gonna do over us being an African people. You're not gonna unify first.
Put it down. Put it down.
So what we supposed to do is submit, like they've been trying to make us do for the longest. Saying Seti started it. No, goddammit, them Arabs started it when they brought their filthy asses into Africa because we did not ask them to come. So whatever we put on your ass, you deserve it.
That's right.
Get your ass out of our land right now today.
Black power.
And if Black Islam can't do that for us, to hell with Black Islam. I'll say that. Now, big Black Islam want to ride with us to get the Arab up out of our land, we'll ride with Black Islam. But if Black Islam will ride with their cracker Arab slave master in the colonization and the imperialism of Africa, you my goddamn enemy. And I'm going to bang on your ass until I go in the ground. Ain't got to clap. We want to be hard here today. Black and white. White means death. Look at that ugly white witch. Every time they put something white on it, and they put them little blood drops and shit down their mouth. The black woman is divine, sacred and divine. Black is the color of divinity. It got sustenance. It can create something. That cracker can't do nothing but die. The rape of the Holy Family. I'm going to go over it again and again. We can easily see that Mary and Jesus is the rape of a Seti and Heru. You can easily see the rape of the architecture from the Nile Valley. Now let's go in the book of the day. I want to deal with some of this homosexual garbage that people is practicing. Now if you come down in this particular per Heru, number 27. Hail thou whose face is turned backwards. You didn't turn backwards. Who cometh forth from the dwelling. I have not committed acts of impurity, neither have I lain with me. It's in the Persian Hebrew. So take your homosexual ass about our culture, talking about homosexuality was a part of ancient Egypt. That's a bunch of bullshit. You just a fag. You just a lesbo. You're just a homosexual, backward ass individual, and you want to justify why you going up in somebody's record. That's all you're doing. You want to justify why you're creating a genocide, why you're practicing a genocidal habit and characteristic. You just want to justify. So I can prove right there in the Per M. rule that homosexuality was one of the 42 negative confessions. A lot of people will edit that out. When you get there, they put something else in place. But that's the original translation, that I have not lain with men and also women. But here you go, Jesus is a homosexual. Right. See, the white man is a homosexual. That's how you know that he created Jesus. Look at him. This is his favorite, beloved disciple, Joseph. Take his name, Joseph. And he always laying on you. That's pedophilia. An older man and a younger boy. Look at that shit, man. It's wicked. But that's what you're dealing with. So when you worship Jesus, you worship a homosexual God. So go to church Sunday, put your little money in there, but remember what I told you. If I catch you sneaking out the back, I'm going to see you. And you know what I'm saying? I see your ass coming out the church. I see you. See right there? Jesus is the God of facts. Jesus, see that? They doing the same thing. Look at that shit, man. I can't even conceive it, man. I don't even believe. I had to put it up there, man, but this shit is a trip. Because I can't even believe, man, that we even looking at some individuals do some shit like that. See that? But the Arab is also the same way. He's a white man. Kissing them boys in their damn mouth. There it is. They faggots because they're white people. There it is. He grown up and he can't get over it. Still kissing. There it is. Don't be kissing no man. Don't even get near a man's face. You know what I'm saying? When I hug a nigga, I try to hug him like this. You know what I'm saying? Turn the other way. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of a man's face like that, man. Because you don't know, man, a lot of these people is undercover faggots. And if they undercover faggots, that means they've been doing things they ought not be doing, and a herpes might jump on your face. A herpes might jump on your face. Look at this. Catholic Church shaken by sex scandals. This right here shows you that this is the same mind that created that. The same mind. And see right here, look at it. He cringing. He don't know which one of them he gonna hit first. He can't make his mind up. And so when you see right there, he's hugging it. It's the same damn thing. He's hugging his legs and all up under the mat. Homosexual religion. Now look at that. See how he always lay on him? See, he feeding that man. You don't feed no damn man like that. That's crazy as hell, family. Now, look at this. See this? This a Greek. See his phallus? See his phallus? It's hard. He's about to climb up on him and get on top of him. So symbolically, when you put your child on Santa Claus, that's the symbolisms are right there. That's that love of boys. The love of boys, man. That's what the white man worships, the sex of little boys. And so you see this big dumb fatty. Stupid dumb man. Go sit this dumb, stupid ass. Man, I wish I had a flamethrower. I just burn their ass up. You know, set their ass on fire. Cook their ass. That don't make no sense. That they put that shit. And when they put it out there, y'all should see that he's the author of it. The faggot is the author of that religion. And so now you see Jesus right there, a homosexual deity. Every statue you see of this boy, he's always laying on him. And it comes from they Greco-Roman origin. They're homosexual family. How does that end up in the Quran? I can stay with that all day long. How does Jesus end up in the Quran? If they hadn't influenced by the Roman Catholics. Why would they be praying to Jerusalem if they had not been influenced by the Jew? So they cannot claim that they are no original origin and that no damn God handed them nothing. All of that is mention, copy and paste. That's all they doing. Again, I'm showing you the homosexual religion of Christianity and all the rest of it. You can take that home with you, and I know a lot of my people, they're going to be mad at me for putting that out there. There it is. There it is. That's Jesus and Joseph. That's the and now they're doing it to our babies. Look at it. He done pimped that boy out. So that's why they mess our families up. So they can take our kids from us and put them in them adoptive agencies. And them white people gets our kids, and this is what they do to them. This is what they do to them. Okay, let me see where I'm at with this family. Now here's Easter. See Easter? Now see what you can't see? See this man, he got another fake phallus. He got one in his ass and one in his mouth. Now what y'all don't see in the back, you see them eggs?
I do see the eggs.
They represent testes.
Oh my God.
See that? That's the Easter egg. So don't let me see you niggas cracking on eggs this Easter. Now I done showed y'all this shit. So if I see you cracking the egg, nigga, I know what's going on. Huh? Stay your ass on where you at. Because that's what it is. It's testes. You see it right back there, family. Happy Easter. God damn. We have been enslaved. We have been enslaved, family. Let me go on. I'm going to go through these last books with y'all. Al-Islam, Christianity, and Freemasonry by Mustafa Al-Amin. Wonderful Ethiopians of the Ancient Kushite Empire by Drusilla Dungy Houston, one of our warrior queens. What it says, among the Semitic peoples, herding is highly esteemed. This is from our queen, Drusilla Dungy Houston. The fact that the shepherds and swine herds were the lower strata of Egyptian society proved they were not Semitic in origin. Exodus 13:26 says, Egyptians would not eat with Hebrews because they were shepherds who sacrificed beasts that were an abomination to the Egyptians. Wasn't no damn Semitics in ancient Kemet. Bottom line. So this nigga trying to say is Islam or African or a white Arab religion. I done busted that wide open. I done busted it because there ain't no Semitic. What is an Arab? A mixed breed. That's all he is. He's not no indigenous. It's only one race. That's the African. Everything else, a nigga put a spin on it. Put a cut on it. Arab. Arab what? Nigga, you ain't the original man. The Arab ain't the original man. So what is he? He's a mythological character that was created to keep from saying you are African. All this other shit. Don't want to be African. So he's an Arab. He's a Hebrew. Now, right here. Those who contend that the origin of the civilization of the Nile was from Asia should note that under the Asiatics, Egypt entered into the darkest periods of her history. Look it up. Look it up. The Hyksos, the Persians, the Arabs. They destroyed all our damn temples. They raped our tombs. They did nothing for African civilization but destroy it. Okay. Right here. This is another one from the Message to the Black Man. Right there it said, it is called the Glorious Quran without mistake. That is just what it is. This book is not from a prophet, but direct from Allah to Muhammad, not by an angel, but from the mouth of Allah. Cannot be. Cannot be. Because we didn't prove it without a doubt that every concept that is in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran was being practiced tens of thousands of years before any of those religions came into being. Flat out. How could Allah give Moses the Torah when he learned his education in Egypt? that the 10 Commandments is nothing but 10 that they took in from the 42 negative confessions. And if they was there for 420 years, and he was trained in the ancient culture of the Nile Valley, he had to see them 42 negative confessions. Bullshit. Don't say no, Allah gave you nothing, because he did not. We busted that. We didn't crack that open. So when we search for global African supremacy, it's Kemet. That is the greatest symbol of global African supremacy. This is where we was clicking on all levels, at the highest level we had ever clicked on this planet Earth. Government, sciences, mathematics, arts, the language arts, rhetoric, geometry, calculus, astronomy. All of this was created in Kemet. This is the blueprint that we got to lay down for our people. We cannot go in there talking about no damn Moses, no Abraham. That's nothing but bullshit. Straight up in the middle, 2010. We cannot go into 2010 with this bullshit. Nigga, either prove what you done with that shit thus far or throw it in the garbage. If Jesus can't come back right now and talk to me, nigga, don't come back. We want a new Messiah. Nigga, you ain't did what you supposed to do. Everything got a time. You just gonna just tell us anything? You just come when you want to? You just gonna come when you want to. We need you the most. We dying. Thousands and thousands of people dying every day, nigga. And you don't come when we need you. Stay your ass where you at. We need a new God. And that's what happens. And a lot of people don't understand. When people come to that concept, they change gods. Because this God is not working. Not doing nothing for us. Either somebody lying, this ain't our God, or somebody telling us a lie about what the original God truly told us, which is our mother. Which is our mother. A mother would never teach their child, man, to go through misery. My God want to see me on the throne. My God don't want to see me on the throne. He ain't my goddamn God. If I got to keep praying for him to come back, nigga, come back. We need you now. Shit. 2,000 years, he ain't got here yet. You know what, family? I'm going to get off into some politics so y'all can leave here with something. You can take it to me, black man. I'm done with that, you know, up on the board. I just wanted to crack a hole in that. That was too easy. That was too easy. That's why I ain't want to debate. I called his ass up. I said, nigga, debate me now. We don't want to debate you. Because he know I'm going to wear his ass out. Let me get into some things. For Marcus God. We got to go back to the master. We're going to try to get up out of this. Here we go. If the African were to live in this Western Hemisphere for another 500 years, he would still be outnumbered by other races who are prejudiced against him. He cannot resort to the government for protection, for the government will be in the hands of the majority of the people who are prejudiced against him. Hence, for the African to depend on the ballot and his industrial progress alone will be hopeless, as it does not help him when he is lynched, burned, Jim Crow, and segregated. The future of the African, therefore, outside of Africa, spells ruin and disaster. It spells ruin and disaster. We got to go back home. We ain't got no help over here, family. These damn immigrants is getting larger than we are. We done moved to Seti. You got to make your move. That's what happened in Kemet. They waited till them goddamn hit scores got in there too deep. And when they went to push them out, they was in there too deep. Couldn't get them out. Took them 400 years. We should have cracked their head early on. We did not. And that shit built up until there was nothing we could do about it. We died over here. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it over here. So a lot of people, you know, what we got to understand is some of us got to colonize, which means half of us in here just split. Say half go to Africa, half stay here. The half that stay here runs the operation here. The half that goes to Africa runs the operation in Africa. And then we build like that. We have to get over there and get some people on the ground that can talk to our brothers and sisters, so we know who we dealing with. Who's in these, if we go to a particular country, we need to know the different ethnic backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, the different tribal backgrounds that are in those lands. Find out the origin of it, the history of it. See who's struggling against one another. You got to know all of that. You got to know the ground. Get some brothers and sisters over there that will do that go strictly to get that information. You understand what I'm saying? Bring it here. We use it. We can build companies over there. The dollar's a little stronger over there. Don't wait till the shit collapse when it ain't worth nothing. Right. Take the little garbage ass white cracker dollar over there, use it for what it's worth. Build some communities over there. You understand what I'm saying? And then once they get used to us, what we trying to do, then they'll say, well, they truly about Africa. But if you ain't doing shit. They over there raping Africa, and so-called African Americans don't cry out. They're over there raping the shit out of Sudan. And we don't say shit. But if you drop a damn, as soon as they send a Scud missile to Israel, that shit all over the news. We got to speak out against the damn rape of Africa. Stand on, let's throw rallies. To let our people, as long as they say damn, they rallying for us. They do love us. God damn it, if you over here, you living in this Peckerwood system, you benefiting from America. If you benefiting from America, you are helping the white man to rape Africa. Bottom line, if you go to that goddamn liquor store down there and buy anything out that Arab store, you are helping that Arab to rape Africa. Because he's sending all that money back over there to buy arms, tanks, and shit to roll over our people. So you're going to have to learn how to do without that shit in that Arab store. I know we ain't got no stores, but you got to wean yourself off of certain shit. The Reese Pieces, the Reese Cups, the Mountain Dews. I know I do it. Shit, the Arab rich off our ass by blunts alone. That's a fucking $100 million industry. Blunts. Do you understand that? They taking all that money overseas and they using it to fund the raping of Africa. So we got to stand up. We got to let these motherfuckers know that we ain't going to just sit there and let them kill our goddamn mama. Y'all niggas got to boss up, man. I'm telling you what I know, or we're not going to make it. That's just the bottom line. History has recorded, once a people have been removed from their root like us, historically, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it over here. History will record that our ass was swallowed up. That's what it's going to record. Because them damn Mexicans, them Indians, they're going to retake this land. Eventually. They're going to retake it. History is going to document that at one point in time. So since you know that it's going to happen, you got to build some colonies in Africa. Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. We are determined to solve our own problem by redeeming our motherland, Africa, from the hands of alien exploiters and founding a government and a nation of our own, strong enough to lend protection to the members of our race scattered all over the world and to compel the respect of nations and races on the earth. To build our own, to have our own government. Because our people ain't got there's no hope over here for us. Our ass right over here and blame it on us that we're underachieving. If the cracker owns everything, he knows who he gonna give a job and who he not gonna give a job. So he's already then pre-planned that our ass is gonna be walking around out here starving. And that's all you have to do is control the food source. Because once you control the food source, these niggas is gonna dance for every little crumb. They're going to dance for every little crumb. So right there, if you know that's what they're going to do, they can do that by starving our people. We got to take over the agriculture. We got to start there. Until we do that, nigga, Talking about Seti, what kind of movement we gonna do? We ain't gonna have no goddamn movement. You gotta feed the army. Shit, you gotta feed the army. Before you go to war, what you gonna eat? Y'all gotta get survival guides. Because your ass might have to flee from up here. That Harriet Tubman ain't just yesterday, that's today. Your ass might have to scoot up out of here. Because the same cracker that made her duck behind the trees and sneak our people in and up out of certain areas, that's the same cracker that's right out there right now. And you might have to run again. You got to know certain berries that you can eat, certain plants that you can eat, certain shit you cannot eat. So they got certain survival guides for any area that will tell you the vegetation in your area. That when you move in and out of certain areas, certain vegetation that's popular in certain areas. You got to know that. Shit, we up in in Michigan, it's still cold here. If these goddamn lights go out in the winter, because they went out in Detroit, New York, and Toronto about how many years? Was that 7, 8 years back? 03. They went out. Lights went out in Detroit, New York, and Toronto. Did they go out here? They went out here too?
But we get that every year though. Anyway.
How long was they out?
About 3 weeks or so.
The lights?
The lights in DC. Yeah, there wasn't no electricity. They had us going, getting dry ice for our refrigerators and everything. Yeah.
I know it was out 3 days in Detroit.
It was like 3 weeks. We messed up. It came on maybe after a week, went right back off for another 2 weeks. People were just out here. But it's in certain parts though, south side.
But what I'm saying is in a cold climate like this, that shit go out in the winter, boy. We hit. But see, that's something we should, so now what do? We gotta bring that type of shit to the table. Quit talking all this, Jesus, nigga, come on. Them lights go out, ain't none of them gonna save your ass. You gonna starve out here. You gonna starve. That's what government is supposed to do for people. Suppose in case of emergency, that's what government, we don't got nobody looking out for us, fam.
That's right.
So we got to go back to Marcus Garvey. We got to study what does it take to make a nation. And then we got to start, even if we just start reading books and start studying each particular department and start building the knowledge. So, you know, if something pop up, we at least have some type of ideas of what's going on. Because if we do not do it, we have no hope. So it's about the blueprint for global African supremacy. That we got to reach our hands across to Africa, and they're going to reach their hands back. They ain't got no damn choice, because they just in even worse condition than we are. They need help. They got all them Uncle Tom niggas over there that's working for the cracker. I got some videos that's from Africa that's straight up showing how they kill it. I mean, like somebody had a camera hiding behind the damn house showing how they shooting our people down. And it's violent, because it show their heads busting open on the screens. You know, how they shooting them and their heads just busting open like watermelons. Man, there's some foul shit going on in Africa. So that's the message of today. We must organize. We must unify under our race, under being black. You understand what I'm saying? Black first. Leave all them religions behind. Practice it at home. But when you come out, unite under being one African people. So I thank y'all, my DC family, for inviting me out of here. Black power. Black power.
Hotep Yaga remains here. It's not over yet.
Out of nowhere, Pinhead will call them. You know, bring the chain, and the chains will be coming out all out the sky, hitting these people in the face, hooked and pulling their face like that. They still doing it, family. See them chains right there? Them is the chains that drug James Murray. Huh? See it? See it? Huh? That was a Kabbalistic ritual. See it? Those are the chains that drug our brother and dismembered his body. They was doing that in slavery, family. I'm sorry. That's Kabbalism. So this is what I took up out of the, this is up out of the 5th and 6th books of Moses. That's one of those diagrams. And this particular demon, Mephisto, that's a demon. You can go look it up. Mephisto, he's a demon. See that? See that diagram in the middle? See the square inside of the circle? That right there is the box for hellraiser. It's a square with the circle. Now it's going to switch a little somewhat, but it's the same thing. I'm going to take it back. See it? There it is. That's who Pinhead is, Mephisto. He's a demon. He's a white demon that they call up. And so, I'm sorry, family. I'm going to go 100 on this one. That's what it is. It was an early shrine to Kabbalism. I'm sorry. Most Muslims will tell you that they was pagan and heathens before Muhammad. That they had them idols in there. That's what they was practicing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, family. And so the reason why that he has a veil over his face. Pick up. This is the reason why he has the veil over his face. Because if they show what was up under it, that's what it would be. That's what it would be. That's what it would be. There's no reason for you not to show his face. There's no reason for you to not show his face. A lot of this was added. A lot of this was added. A lot of them Kabbalists added a lot of this information. They hide a lot of the information. When you go off in the Bible and it's talking about beasts that got 12 heads and shit, that shit is in Kabbalism. You can go into them Kabbalists and they'll have the actual drawings just like you seen the other one. And they would draw that shit on the ground and they would do their rituals on that particular drawing. That's what Kabbalism is. One form of it is the Ouija board. That's one form of Kabbalism. So there it is, family. So Jesus is Serapis. Jesus is Mohammed. Jesus is Zoroaster. Jesus is Zeus. All of the white deities is the same deity. Now look at this. Where that sword at? Woman's sword. Now you see this deity in India? See his tongue sticking out? That's Bes. You can even see the beard. That's Bes. Bes is the oldest deity on the planet Earth, representing the 12. They come up out of Central East Africa. We can show that the Nile Valley was all over the planet Earth, man. It's the oldest religion by far that can be documented without no problem. Now, remember we said Aleister Crowley brought Satanism into rock and roll. See that white boy from Kiss? See that? They got that from India. See them like Madame Blavatsky, just like Noble Jew Ali. That's why he had on that Indian uniform. Because they was into that theosophy. What Madame Blavatsky is in is called theosophy, and Aleister Crowley was also a theosophist. And so their headquarters was in India, and that's why he got his tongue sticking out like cat. That's because they was getting that from them theosophists from out of India. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. And so now you got Gaddafi over the head of the African Union. That's no different than the white boy Farad over an all-black nation, or where it was all-black. They got crackers in the Nation of Islam today. That's right. When we was in New York, they even had bodyguard. The cracker that was taping it down for the Muslim was a white boy. He was a stone cold white boy. It was at least 3 white boys on the front row and 1 white boy up in the FOI. We was watching. And I'm looking, and the little white boy, when we got, got ready to do our thing about, got chest to chest with him, I looked up and I seen him acting like he was coming out. Man, please. If that cracker would have touched me, I would have came back there and shot every nigga in there. You gonna put some crackers over us? That's right. To boss up on us? How is they gonna come put some crackers in the FOI and have these crackers thinking they're gonna boss up on us? Nigga, y'all looking to be sprayed. Nigga, we ain't going for that. That's right. And I seen the little white boy. I'd have whooped that white boy ass. I'd have crushed that white boy like he gonna come out. Nigga, please.
Riding with you, Seti.
Ride with me, brother. I'll ride with you. So you look at right here, this is Gaddafi. This is who Farrakhan got his loan to start the Nation of Islam with. Right there. Again, pay attention. When y'all see these, look at the hand. See that? He's a Mason. Get out of here. Now these are the Turks that came into Egypt. That's Howard Carter. There you go right there. The Turk and the British working side by side. If you go into some of the older maps, it might say Anglo-Egyptian or Anglo-Ottoman. You'll see. That's the Anglo is the English. So that's that union that they got. So, see right there, they're going down into the tomb. Thieves in the temple. Anglo-Islamic conquest of Africa. They went right in there and raped Africa. See that? They all in the damn tombs. Right there, they're your Muslim Arab, and they're the white British Howard Carter. How about we excavate Muhammad's tomb? See, now if I see that, Muslim ready to fight. But they all down in our ancestors' tomb ready. That's right. Trying to get the gold up out of there. Nothing but thieves. Right there, standing outside the tomb. Posing. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about our ancestors. They wouldn't go rape Muhammad's tomb, Abu Bakr's tomb, Umar the Great's tomb. They don't care about us people. And so, right there, you notice the fez, the choice headdress of the Arab enemy of Africa. The obelisk once marked the entrance to the Luxor temple. The viceroy of Egypt, Muhammad Ali, offered the 3,000-year-old Luxor obelisk to France in 1831. He tore that down, man. Muhammad Ali, he was a Turk, and that's why the Nation of Islam's flag is a Turkish flag. And that's why he named Cassius Clay Muhammad Ali. Can't get away from that. The Nation of Islam's flag is a Turkish flag. It's just turned the opposite way. And I got some things from, it's just like Deuce Muhammad Ali in the UNIA. If you go back to Arlene, where I debated Arlene, Marcus Garvey kicked his ass up out of the UNIA for reporting to Turks and Egyptians. The Turks was in charge of Egypt at that time. He kicked Deuce Muhammad Ali ass out of the UNIA for that reason. The Turkish Islam was the dominant Islam of that day and age. So basically all Islamic organization came up out of the Turkish state. That's why they flying that flag. And so The Rape of the Nile by Brian Fagan, he gonna tell y'all. The hour produced the man, a ruler who had a catastrophic effect on the archaeology of ancient Egypt. Muhammad Ali was a Macedonian orphan who rose to powerful commands in the Turkish army in Egypt through sheer ability. Let me go on. But the Pasha was friendly towards foreigners and did a great deal to open up the Nile Valley, not only to merchants and diplomats, but also to the casual tourists and dealers. And what matter if many of the visitors who were interested in antiquities and ransacking ancient tombs. To a despot ruler interested in international power and foreign capital, the monuments of ancient Egypt were of little interest except as a diplomatic lever or a way of keeping powerful visitors with strange hobbies interested in Egypt. Soon Egypt was being stripped of thousands of portable antiquities by a steady stream of collectors, dealers, tourists, and just plain shady characters who saw a chance for a quick profit from the antiquities trade. The British occupation force arrived early on the scene. The Earl of Cavan took a fancy to one of the obelisks of Alexandria and obtained a permit from the Turkish authority to remove it to London as a memorial to the British victories in Egypt. The soldiers themselves were enthusiastic about the scheme, so subscribed money for a ship and volunteered their labor to transport the obelisk. But London was unenthusiastic, and the obelisk remained in the squalor of Alexandria until 1877, when it was finally transported to London on the initiative of Wilson, a wealthy businessman. The 70-year delay was entirely due to British government disinterest, despite renewed invitations from both Muhammad Ali and his successor. Only when a Greek landowner threatened to cut up the obelisk for building stone did private initiative saved from destruction, which is now known as Cleopatra's Needle. So they was raping all of them artifacts up out of Kemet, up under the air, up under Islam. Nigga, get up out of here. Islam ain't did nothing to Africa but raping. I'm just going to be real. The brothers and sisters that are part of Islam are good brothers and sisters. What they bring to them is what they bring to Islam and them other religions is the African spirit that existed in all of us before we even had a religion. So they bring some goodness in it because we are the children of God. And so we're going to bring some goodness to anything we're a part of. But the overall package of Islam is a slave religion. It came into it, when our history opens up with Islam, Bilal is a slave. If Islam viewed ancient Egypt as a Muslim state, why do they desecrate the mummies in the manner that they do? Here it is. See how they put our ancestors out on display like that? That body supposed to be in the ground. They forever digging our ancestors up out of the ground. That's how you know it don't belong to them. Because nobody will do their own people that way. They hoping they can find one of them gold masks again. Another tomb with a lot of gold. They hoping. But we, look at this low-life peckerwood. Taking a picture of our ancestors. Somebody should come out the side and just knock his damn teeth out his mouth. Just blow his damn mouth out. The hell is you doing? I mean, that's just desecration. That's all it is. Look at that. Even got the babies on display. They have, there's no level that they won't go to. So here it is. This is what Islam has done for Africa. Put our ancestors' bodies on display. Now here we go with Elijah Muhammad. I don't have to attack Elijah Muhammad. Because the one thing about Elijah Muhammad is that he says this. Elijah Muhammad said that the Quran is perfectly pure. I didn't already crack that with Jesus. That's gone. That's over with. I cracked that with Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, which is Asa, Aset, and Hebrew. We ain't even got to go no further. Right there we can crack that egg right on open. This is what Elijah says in the message of the black man on page 59. On visiting with a couple of my sons in what they call the Near East in 1959, I began in Turkey. He begins in Turkey. Why does he begin in Turkey? Because Farah Muhammad is a pan-Islamic nationalist. If you look up pan-Islamic nationalism, look it up on the internet. The holy land for that movement is Turkey. It emanates from Turkey. That's what it is. It says, I began in Turkey. We traveled from Turkey down to Africa, to Ethiopia and the Sudan. So what I'm saying is, why does a man who comes from North Carolina and Detroit just take a trip to Turkey? Why does he go to Turkey? Because his master was in Turkey. And that's why they fly the Turkish flag. If it's walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. That's all it is. It's Turkish Islam. Right here, the glorious Holy Quran. Where is it at? I think it's on the second page. Right here. The Quran, it is called Hebrews was worshiping the African woman when they left Kemet, Mary. Right there, the golden calf. And so, again, you see that? See that crescent? Heru. That's Heru. That's Heru. That's Heru, God. That's the black woman. That's what was in the land before. That's Ishtar, which is Heru. It was in the land before Allah. It was in the land before Allah. Now, do y'all see it right there? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? See the horns? See the sun disk? I'm going to put it in there for you. See that right there? See that? There it is. That's your one world. They use all these symbols, you know, and you don't understand the symbol. But once you go back to the metal netter and you study the metal netter, you're going to see it in everything. Because that was the mother language of all languages. It's the mother science of all science. So everything that exists today is a downgrade from the metal netter. So you see right here, Tahuti. See the crescent? See the sun? You can't say it started with Islam. Can't say it started with Judaism. Can't say it started with Christianity. These universal symbols was with our people forever. It was with our people forever. You cannot start there. It's all our history, family. You know, don't fight it. It's still our history. And so you see it there. You see it here. And you see right here, our people's worshiping the sun and the stars. Right here. Not worshiping, but praying accordingly to the order of things. There's an order in the universe that should not be usurped. A penis going to vagina. In agreement? I have to ask now. In 2009 going to 2010, y'all might not agree. You just might not agree. Now, I'm about to get sticky now. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm about to get sticky. See? You see the crescent? You see the star? I'm going to lead y'all down this road. They got a cultural origin. They come out of that cold climate. That's why they replaced the moon, I mean the sun, with the star. Because they moved at night. That's all it's saying. And so you see Santa Claus, what time do he move? He moves at night. He moves at night. He's a moon deity. That's what he is. He's a moon deity. Now, you see that? Same symbols. Same symbols. They're interchangeable because they come from the same origin. Now you see that? That's the devil's pentagram. See it? That's the star. Now let work with me now. You ain't gonna like it. Huh? I got off into it with the Moor Science Temple. I proved that they were occultists. The Adept Chamber, messing around with Madame Blavatsky, a Jewish witch.
That's right.
That's all she was. And so when they go into the Adept Chamber, that's where they're going. Okay, then. I know you don't have me revisit that debate. And so you see right here, it's Kabbalism, where they write all that shit in them pentagrams and put candles all over the diagram and call on certain demons. Certain demons, and even got angels mixed in. Got God mixed in with the devil, and they calling on him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See him standing in their Masonic stance? Right there with the Quran in his hand. See the Masonic stance? That's the Masonic stance.
45 degrees.
See it? Holding the Quran. Cannot serve two masters now. Because you're going to love one and hate the other. So what one do you follow? Which one do you follow? See them? See them with their... All of it come out of Kemet. But you see it? Man, they standing like peckerwoods. They take the same oath as the peckerwood. I didn't bring it. That's an actual fact. You don't like it, too damn bad. That's what it is. They was Masons, right along with the Quran, on top of something else. So you see this, Prince of Wales meets the leader of Nigeria, 70 Muslim. See that? I'm going to show it to you. 70 million. Nigeria has the largest Muslim population in Africa. Matter of fact, it might be one of the largest Muslim nations on the planet. I think behind maybe Indonesia. I think Indonesia got probably the largest Muslim population on the planet Earth. Nigeria is not far behind. Now watch this. Watch this. See? See that Masonic handshake? He's supposed to be a damn Muslim. He's supposed to be a Muslim. They down with the New World Order. Come here playing that shit with me. They trying to run our people into the ground. And they was always buddies before they even went into Africa. The white man and the Arab has been buddy-buddy for the longest. So there you see the Masonic handshake. Now, wait a minute, let me go back to that. I didn't even put that in there. But you see that the Star of David, that the Masonic symbols, if you outline the edges of it, it's nothing but the Star of David. They interchangeable. All of that shit is interchangeable. It comes from the same origin family. So the Jew is he's the author of Masonry. I'm just gonna tell you flat out. The Jew is the author of every damn religion that exists today. Every one of them. Masonry, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, the Jew. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So a lot of people said that this right here, I don't know exactly the name. They try to say that's homosexuality. A lot of people try to say them two, they supposed to be twins and that they kissing. But in actuality, what they doing is, let me go back. It's like me and this brother standing. And so he's not going to his mouth, he's going to his ear. And so they trying to say he's kissing, but they're not. So you see right here where the Mason took the same stance, but he's going to his ear. He's whispering in his ear. These are brothers of the craft. You see that now? He didn't understand what it was. So he's going to kiss him in the damn mouth. He's going to go kiss him in the damn mouth. The Arab is a homosexual. And I'm just going to tell you that to you. I'm telling you to the bottom of my heart that it's a fact that they kiss each other. Nigga, don't get that close to me and my mouth, nigga. If a man, I don't care who you is, don't make no mistake and kiss me. Don't even get that close. Because I'm going to hurt you. Now look at this. Now what you got to understand is Dracula. Come out of Romania. If you go back far enough, you'll understand that's Khazarian. Go get the 13th tribe. That's where that shit come from. Kabbalism. It came out of Khazaria. Before they became Jews, they was Khazar. That's where Sufism come from, which is the mystical form of Islam. That's where Kabbalism come from. They was all practicing that before they got a Quran, before they got a Torah, before they got a Bible. They was into that Kabbalism. This Khazarian. This is a smaller portion of it, but it came on around. This is Turkey, right here, all of it mixed. So you see right here, Madonna, who practices Kabbalah. See, this is the Kabbalah, this is Sufism. And you see the Sufis, they have that fez on their head, and they be high. They go take them a sniff of a hayride, and they spin. You see, they call them the whirling dervishes. And they just spin. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess they be so damn high, they don't even know they spinning no more. They just spin all up into the ninth ether some damn way. This is what they doing. And so you see here, you see the witch's hat with the star at the top, and you see the Christmas tree with the star at the top. It's interchangeable. It's Kabbalism. All that, I'm going to show you. I'm just warming y'all up. See the Kabbalah tree? See the different colors? These are the bulbs. See the sun at the top, and over here you see the bulb with the tree at the top. The Jew is the one that broke. If y'all go to any store this Christmas, the Jew is the one selling all them damn toys. He don't even practice Christmas, but he's the man that produces all the toys that y'all go buy. He creates the damn holiday. The holiday is not ran by Christians, it's ran by Jews. Flat out. And so you see right here, you see the Kabbalah tree. It's the same thing. You see the star at the top, and you see these are the buds. They playing with y'all. That shit is witchcraft. And hell, you gonna drag a damn tree in your living room. That don't even make no damn sense. Don't y'all know that's idolatry? That's white people's idolatry. Because that's a damn evergreen tree. That comes from the north. You still worshiping white people. Nah. You see this cracker right here? That's Aleister Crowley. Sick ass cracker. Sick. He's responsible for bringing Satanism into rock and roll. Him right there. He's responsible. And so you see Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Kabbalists. They playing with them cards. Them tarot cards. See, they done flipped the script now. And they got the kids messing with it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Kabbalism. I'm telling you, look at all the monsters they got on there. If you go get a 5th and 6th books of Moses, open that shit up. And they got the different diagrams inside of it because it's a Kabbalah. And you put it out there, you draw it on the wall, you put your candles on there, and you say the ritual, the incantations. And it's supposed to bring about whatever the ritual is supposed to bring about. That's Kabbalism. That's witchcraft. So you see them right there? You see them throwing them cards? All them different demons and shit? That's the early tarot cards. Where they messing with all that fucking witchcraft. 5. Yeah. Let me get my 5. Okay. So you see these tarot cards where the gypsies come out and perform all type of, rituals where they trying to tell you your damn future. If you don't get away from that damn gypsy, you ain't gonna have no damn future. Because they're gonna talk you up out of your future. So this is early Kabbalism where they came in and they started mystifying a lot of our images in Kemet and putting that early witchcraft into it. And so you see right there, even with the X-Men, Gambit, throwing that card. See that gypsy with them cards? That's what it is. Y'all need to leave that shit alone. Don't let your babies play with none of that. Saying what's on them damn cards. That's incantation. You practicing Kabbalism and don't even know it. Because the Jew making up everything on this planet Earth. All media. So you are practicing Kabbalism and you don't even know it when you turn that damn TV on because they done hit it all in the broadcast. So you see right there. The different demons and shit. Beast King. You understand? On the lava golem and all that shit. So now, I'm about to get deep. My heart went to racing because I don't think by the time I get up in that 5th one from this one, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. You got right here, you got Hellraiser, Pinhead. And you see him messing with that cube. He unlocks it. You got chambers that he have to unlock it. And it'll bring demons from up out of here. And so you see right there, the Kabbalists. See how he's turning the tree? You understand what I'm saying? Wait a minute now. See that? That's the box. That's the box. Huh? Wake up. Wake up. Y'all want to play games? Y'all want to play the little toys that these crackers put out there for you? Nigga, when you don't understand it, if you can get it to where, all the colors, that's the same thing when he cracks that open and he brings that damn demon up out of the underworld. Watch that sick shit. I believe Hellraiser is the most sickest of any demon that they ever created. He's the sickest. I can't even watch that shit. That's the sickest. That's the sickest. Now, this is a demon up in it's like in the Netherlands. Their Christmas is called It's not Santa Claus, it's Santa Claus. And this is his helper. He's enchained a black demon to be his helper that, you know, carries the bags for him and everything. This is in the Netherlands. This is in the Netherlands. And this is actually a postcard that they send around. This is what they think about you. This is your Christmas. So when you go practicing that Christmas shit, this is what you practice. That's Kabbalism. Now, understand me, family. Understand me with this. Kabbalah, Kaaba. Kabbalah, Kaaba. One white deity with a cube, another white deity with a cube. Oh, y'all don't want to, oh, that's what was there before Muhammad. They had 360 idols in the Kaaba. They was practicing Kabbalah. That's exactly what they was practicing. That's exactly what they was practicing. Why does he got a veil over his face? Wait a minute, no, let me go to that. Okay, you see that? In Hellraiser, you know, they would have these damn chains come out the, you know, there has never been a horse that flew in the sky. Never. Horses don't have wings. It's a mythology, you can't accept it. Right here. Year of the Hajra. This is the first year of the Hajra. This is where the Muslim calendar starts, in 622 of the Common Era. If Islam preceded 622 of the Common Era, why do they start their calendar right there? Why would they leave back all that history if they came before that year of the Hajra? That's garbage. This is the first year. This is where it began. What about all of that history that came before that? Do we throw it away? Do we forget about it? Let me go down here. And no, this on the next page. Right here. 629 of the Common Era, 7th year after the Hajra, Muhammad sends his letters demanding that every head of state surrender themselves to the only true prophet of Allah and to Allah's holy words. Letters were sent to the emperors of Byzantium, Ethiopia, Yemen, China, and many others. What I'm saying is, if Allah was in the worship of any country in Africa, why would he have sent letters for them to convert? If it was already in the land, why would he have sent letters for them to convert? He sent in a letter for the Ethiopians to convert. It was not in the land. It was not indigenous to the land. So I can prove it without any doubt that Islam, even when you deal with the word it's Ishtar. That's a Mesopotamian goddess. Go look it up. I'm going to show it to you. Now, this is Serapis, the worship of the wicked white race. Asa, the Lord of the perfect black. When the Greeks came into Egypt and conquered, they tried to replace Asa with Serapis. That's what they did. Okay. Now, the Messiah Marcus God, he's the new Asa. He's the new Asa that came on the scene. See Serapis? That's the new Serapis. Uh-oh. Nation ain't gonna like that. But you got a white man as a God, nigga, I can beat up on you forever. They gonna run from that. I'm gonna tell you, y'all, they gonna get it Farad up. They trying to give him up now. They trying to go all the way Orthodox. Straight up. The nation is trying to go Orthodox. Ain't no way you can get away with that no more. We just not buying it. I need the blackest of the blackest man to be God. That's the standard. Then you can never go wrong. Brother like that back there, black. Sister over there, I'm talking about pitch black. Go outside at 12 o'clock noon and the street lights come on. So black. We love black. It cannot ever change. It can never change. It should always, the standard should always be the blackest black man and the blackest black woman. That's the standard. If it changes from that, we done went wrong. We done went wrong because the black woman, the black man can produce every shade in here. But we cannot do that vice versa. So that shows you the origin. And you should never leave the origin. And so again, Jesus is Serapis. Jesus is Serapis. It's the refinement of Serapis. So if the Quran was given to Muhammad from the mouth of Allah, how did Jesus end up in it? Huh? I mean, ask that question. I want somebody to answer it. Jesus is Serapis. There is no, and Serapis is the rate of a Sah. How does Jesus end up in the Quran? If it was given from Allah to Muhammad, mouth to ear. How the hell does how does Serapis end up in the book? That shows you the Roman influence. I'm showing you the Jewish influence, now showing you the Roman influence. Right there. And this is the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris, named after Isis, per Isis, the house of Isis. You can see where the Christians raped it. Straight up out the Nile, there is no Christianity. Christianity is the rape of Asa. So how does Mary end up in the Quran? How does Joseph end up in the Quran? Man, there's the crack right there. Anybody that's using Jesus, you dumb. Wear your ass out. If you use Jesus in your concept, you are looking to be woke out. Plain and simple, because it's too easy to show that Christianity come up out the Nile Valley. So a white man as God, the worship of white people. This one is no different than that. It's no different, family. I'm sorry. It's no different. There it is. Gaddafi and Farah. I mean, these are two Arabs. Farah Muhammad, man, is an Arab. That's right. I come from Detroit. The largest Arab community outside of the Middle East. You know what a damn Arab look like. Look at them all day long. They own everything. Every liquor store, every supermarket, everything. We know what Arabs look like. Tell me that's no damn black man. Anything lighter than me, nigga, you suspect. Straight up. You lighter than me, nigga, We ain't going for that. We're not going for that. nigga, you white, nigga. Shit. We got to have some standards here, family. And so, this is what it's about. Hey, see, that's not in order, but I'm gonna come. See, the white man is the one that came up with that concept. Because when they came into Africa in them lands with that sun, they ass went to cooking. And so in they psyche, hell is a place where they can never escape. And they just cooking continuously. That's a white man's theory, man. That's a white man's theory. And so you look at Fred. See him? See him cooking back there? See?
Yeah, I see him.
That's the white man. That's his psyche. That's how he think about himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's skin cancer. That's skin cancer. We're the first people that prayed according to the sun cycle. So just like the Muslims get up and they pray according to the sun cycle, the Nile Valley Africans was the first one that prayed to the sun cycle. And we can prove it on the walls. Right there. The worship of white people. Now you tell me who is who. They all the same thing. See, it's the concept now. It's the worship of white people. All of them are some crazy people. All of them. Not one of them. Not one of them ain't crazy. That man gene is the same gene in that man and these two homosexual deities right here. It's all the same thing. A lot of people ain't gonna, they just don't want to deal with that fact, but that's what it is. Nah, let's deal with the origin of the white man. You see that? See how that's called Wolfman's disease. That's how a lot of them crackers was in the beginning. Because it exists. The gene is in their blood. So you see right there, that's stage one. I see I'm hurting a lot of people because y'all got a lot of white aunties. You can't go home and tell your white auntie that this is what she comes from. I know it breaks your heart, don't it? But see that's stage one, that's stage two. See again, that's stage one, that's how the white man originally looked. This is stage two. See, he coming down a little bit, but he's still kind of beastly. He's still kind of beastly. See that? See that? See, and you say you looking for Bigfoot. That's their uncle. That's up in the attic that don't never come down. They put his plate right there at the bottom of the stairs, close the door, let it creep on down again, he go back upstairs. That's the white man. That's the white man right there. So what it is that shows that they come from cold climate. That's where they come from. See that? That's nothing but a beast. And the baby even got enough sense to see. It's nothing but a beast. That's the white man with all that hair on his body. So now this is stage 3. This is stage 3, and this is stage 4. See, the reason why they burn is because they lost their hair. That's why they burn. That's why they burn. Because they lost their damn hair. Bottom line. And so you looking at Dracula and the sun cooking his ass. See, that's in their psyche. Y'all keep thinking it's a damn fantasy. It ain't no fantasy, it's real. And so, fire his ass up. Let's get him out. Let's get him on out. Thank you, Rob. Let's burn some more crackers like that. See that? See that? See that sun just cooked right through her forehead. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they dress up the way they do. That's how you know an Arab is a cracker. Look at that damn outfit. That was to replace the missing hair. That's why they dress up like that. Because if they didn't put that shit on, they'd be looking just like that with a hole in their forehead. Just put it straight through. See that? See, if she didn't have that on, she'll look just like that little red peckerwood right there. Looking like Big Bird. See that? Just cooked right through his face. That's rock. That's rock. That's because they lost their fur. That's basically what they had. See that? See, that's why they put that on. Ain't no reason for that, man. There's no reason for that. Ain't no damn reason for that. That's insanity, man. That's insanity. But I guess that's what they need to put on to protect themselves. And so that's why you can, you know. And so when you go to the walls of ancient Egypt, you don't see them people wearing that shit right there. You don't see that. Now, I respect the Muslim queen when they wear the wrap over their head, but that shit right there, I don't respect it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Ain't nobody, you don't go on the wall, you don't see our ancestors wearing no shit like that. We got beautiful women, man. Ain't no damn way. Well, we gonna dress our women up in no shit like that. That's bullshit. That's Arab, white man uniform. It ain't even really got nothing to do with religion. That's the uniform that they need to go on their body to be protected against that sun. So you see right there, all of that. You can go to the walls of Kemet. I dare you to find any ancient Nile Valley African wearing that uniform. I dare you. And Egypt just as hot as Arabia. So why they ain't wearing it? Because they're culturally two different people. Look at that. See that? Look at that. That show you right. That's the Muslim. That's the Jew. Look at that, man. Now you know he got all type of ticks and fleas in his beard. You know it. Just like an animal. They're going to gather that into all type of bugs, laying all type of eggs in their body. You understand? That's what they're doing. They don't wear deodorant at all. I can put a check mark on that. That they don't wear deodorant. And so here you got the old broken down Pope, back all bent, and here go the Jew. They praying on the same wall, family. They're from the same origin. And now here you go, here's the Muslims on the Kaaba. Now they also on the walls. Man, these is culturally the same people. That's what I'm saying. That they come out of the same origin. In Africa, the white skin is cursed by rock. I love my brothers and sisters. These are albinos. But this is what Africa has done to them. That's why a white man would have never been a god. Because in Africa, white means death. Plain and simple. White means death. If you go check, they got a lot of homes where they put those who got animalism. They put them up in them homes. You understand what I'm saying? Because they cannot take it. That's an effect. And so right here, they got the same mother and father, dark skin. But they produce, these is twins. These are twins right here. Those are twins, brother and sister. He can't produce her, but she can produce him. She's the greater. That's the image of God. Ain't no way no white man, even though he's of the seed, he's respected. But she should be the image of God because she's the dominant. God should never be a representation of the lesser. Farad Muhammad is a white man. He should never be the symbol of the deity. Never. And so right here, you see almost Nefertari the greater, and you see Farad Muhammad the lesser. She can produce him, but he cannot produce her. How can he be God if she's not? Nigga, shut up with your weak-ass mathematics. If your mathematics can't add that up, I don't know what kind of mathematics you got. Nigga, you need to go count them mathematics again. And they know who I'm talking about. You know, every time I come into town, niggas is smiling. They can make all type of videos when I'm gone. But we bosses up in there, 6 deep. We ain't scared of none of them niggas. Soon as they see it, they smile. Seti, Seti. But nigga, you just making all kind of videos on me. They don't never do shit when I come into town. I'm sick of them niggas. So here you see twins right here. You see that she's the dominant. This is the lesser. This is his little sister. He's the dominant. She's the lesser. This is her mother. But see, the light, the albino cannot produce the dark-skinned Ethiopian. Right. That's the lesser. Right. So the blackness should always be the representation of God. The glorious Quran, and without mistake. I'm going to go down here. Let me go. I think it might be on this next page. Yeah, it might be on this one. Man, we have no doubt the Holy Quran is from the Lord of the world. It is one of the cleanest books you have ever read. The God that revealed the Holy Quran Sharif to Muhammad is the same that revealed the scriptures to the other prophets. So he said that Allah also gave the Torah to Moses and also the gospel to Jesus. That cannot be true because there is no Jesus. We already cracked that. We only need one crack. And that's been cracked. How can God have given them that book when we can clearly see where the 10 Commandments come from, the 47 negative confession? We understand that we can go into our creation story, which existed before the Hebrews' creation story. We had all of this before them. So you cannot say God gave you none of them laws. Them laws existed in Africa thousands of years before any of them books came into being. So it's been cracked. I don't have to go in. And a lot of people thought that I was going to slander Elijah. I ain't got to slander. All I have to do is ride that one concept. And that cracks it all. It is not perfectly pure. It has been tampered with. Anything that man has put his hands on is impure. Anything man has put his hands on is impure. So now they'll be Africanized and kin. You know, this is the original Tutankhamun. This is the newest piece of bullshit that the Arab did put up. See, this is what Islam is doing to our damn history. What the black Muslim got to do is he got to fire off on that Arab for keep fucking over our history. We ain't gonna give you no slack. That's what the black Muslim got to do. He got to call that Arab Muslim out for putting our ancestors on display like that. Think they're going to do it? Think they're going to do it? No. Okay, so we just don't say we're going to all unite. Because we can't unite. Because it's certain things that your religion requires you to do that you're going to do over us being an African people. You're not going to unify first.
Put it down.
So what we supposed to do is submit, like they've been trying to make us do for the longest. Saying Seti started. No, goddammit, them Arabs started it when they brought their filthy asses into Africa because we did not ask them to come. So whatever we put on your ass, you deserve it.
That's right.
Get your ass out of our land right now today.
Black power.
And if Black Islam can't do that for us, to hell with Black Islam. I said it. Now big Black Islam want to ride with us to get the Arab up out of our land, we'll ride with Black Islam. But if Black Islam will ride with their cracker Arab slave master in the colonization and the imperialism of Africa, you my goddamn enemy. And I'm going to bang on your ass until I go in the ground. Ain't got the clap. We want to be hard here today. Black and white. White means death. Look at that ugly white witch. Every time they put something white on it, and they put them little blood drops and shit down their mouth. The black woman is divine, sacred and divine. Black is the color of divinity. It got sustenance. It can create something. That cracker can't do nothing but die. The rape of the Holy Family. I'm going to go over it again and again. We can easily see that Mary and Jesus is the rape of a Seti and Heru. You can easily see the rape of the architecture from the Nile Valley. Now let's go in the book of the day. I want to deal with some of this homosexual garbage that people is practicing. Now if you come down in this particular per Heru, number 27. Hail thou whose face is turned backwards. You didn't turn backwards. Who cometh forth from the dwelling. I have not committed acts of impurity, neither have I lain with men. It's in the Persian Hebrew. So take your homosexual ass up out of our culture, talking about homosexuality was a part of ancient Egypt. That's a bunch of bullshit. You just a fag. You just a lesbo. You're just a homosexual, backward ass individual, and you want to justify why you going up in somebody's record. That's all you're doing. You want to justify why you're creating a genocide, why you're practicing a genocidal habit and characteristic. You just want to justify it. So I can prove right there in the Purim Hebrew that homosexuality was one of the 42 negative confessions. A lot of people will edit that out. When you get there, they put something else in place. But that's the original translation, that I have not lain with men and also women. But here you go, Jesus is a homosexual. Right. See, the white man is a homosexual. That's how you know that he created Jesus. Look at him. This is his favorite beloved disciple, Joseph. Take his name, Joseph. And he always laying on you. That's pedophilia. An older man and a younger boy. Look at that shit, man. It's wicked. But that's what you're dealing with. So when you worship Jesus, you worship a homosexual God. So go to church Sunday, put your little money in there, but remember what I told you. If I catch you sneaking out the back, I'm going to see you. And you know what I'm saying? I see your ass coming out to church. I see you. See right there? Jesus is the God of facts. Jesus, see that? They doing the same thing. Look at that shit, man. I can't even conceive it, man. I don't even believe. I had to put it up there, man, but this shit is a trip. Because I can't even believe, man, that we even looking at some individuals do some shit like that. See that? But the Arab is also the same way. He's a white man. Kissing them boys in their damn mouth. There it is. They faggots because they're white people. There it is. He grown up and he can't get over it. Still kissing. There it is. Don't be kissing no man. Don't even get near a man's face. You know what I'm saying? When I hug a nigga, I try to hug him like this. You know what I'm saying? Turn the other way. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of a man's face like that, man. Because you don't know, man, a lot of these people is undercover faggots. And if they undercover faggots, that means they've been doing things they ought not be doing, and a herpes might jump on your face. A herpes might jump on your face. Look at this. Catholic Church shaken by sex scandals. This right here shows you that this is the same mind that created that. The same mind. And see right here, look at it. He cringing. He don't know which one of them he gonna hit first. He can't make his mind up. And so when you see right there, he's hugging it. It's the same damn thing. He's hugging his legs and all up under the man. Homosexual religion. Now look at that. See how he always lay on him? See, you feeding that man. You don't feed no damn man like that. That's crazy as hell, family. Now, look at this. See this? This a Greek. See his phallus? See his phallus? It's hard. He's about to climb up on him and get on top of him. So symbolically, when you put your child on Santa Claus, that's the symbolisms are right there. That's that love of boys. The love of boys, man. That's what the white man worships, the sex of little boys. And so you see this big dumb fatty. Stupid dumb ass fatty. Go sit this dumb, stupid ass. Man, I wish I had a flamethrower. I just burn their ass up. You know, set their ass on fire. Cook their ass. That don't make no sense. That they put that shit. And when they put it out there, y'all should see that he's the author of it. The faggot is the author of that religion. And so now you see Jesus right there, a homosexual deity. Every statue you see of this boy, he's always laying on him. And it comes from they Greco-Roman origin. They homosexual family. How does that end up in the Quran? I can stay with that all day long. How does Jesus end up in the Quran? If they hadn't influenced by the Roman Catholics. Why would they be praying to Jerusalem if they had not been influenced by the Jew? So they cannot claim that they are no original origin and that no damn God handed them nothing. All of that is mention, copy and paste. That's all they doing. Again, I'm showing you the homosexual religion of Christianity and all the rest of them. You can take that home with you, and I know a lot of my people, they're going to be mad at me for putting that out there. There it is. There it is. That's Jesus and Joseph. That's the and now they're doing it to our babies. Look at it. He done pimped that boy out. So that's why they mess our families up. So they can take our kids from us and put them in them adoptive agencies. And them white people gets our kids, and this is what they do to them. This is what they do to them. Okay, let me see where I'm at with this family. Now here's Easter. See Easter? Now see what you can't see? See this man, he got another fake phallus. He got one in his ass and one in his mouth. Now what y'all don't see in the back, you see them eggs?
I do see the eggs.
They represent testes.
Oh my God.
See that? That's the Easter egg. So don't let me see you niggas cracking no eggs this Easter. Now I done showed y'all this shit. So if I see you cracking the egg, nigga, I know what's going on. Huh? Stay your ass on where you at. Because that's what it is. It's testes. You see it right back there, family. Happy Easter. God damn. We have been enslaved. We have been enslaved, family. Let me go on. I'm going to go through these last books with y'all. Al-Islam, Christianity, and Freemasonry by Mustafa Al-Amin. Wonderful Ethiopians of the Ancient Kushite Empire by Drusilla Dungy Houston, one of our warrior queens. What it says, among the Semitic peoples, herding is highly esteemed. This is from our queen. Drusilla Durgee Houston, the fact that the shepherds and swine herds were the lower strata of Egyptian society proves they were not Semitic in origin. Exodus 13:26 says, Egyptians would not eat with Hebrews because they were shepherds who sacrificed beasts that were an abomination to the Egyptians. Wasn't no damn Semitics in ancient Kemet. Bottom line. So this nigga trying to say is Islam or African or a white Arab religion. I done busted that wide open. I done busted it because there ain't no Semitic. What is an Arab? A mixed breed. That's all he is. He's not no indigenous. It's only one race. That's the African. Everything else, a nigga put a spin on me. Put a cut on me. Arab. Arab what? Nigga, you ain't the original man. The Arab ain't the original man. So what is he? He's a mythological character that was created to keep from saying you are African. All this other shit. Don't want to be African. So he's an Arab. He's a Hebrew. Now, right here. Those who contend that the origin of the civilization of the Nile was from Asia should note that under the Asiatics, Egypt entered into the darkest periods of her history. Look it up. Look it up. The Hyksos, the Persians, the Arabs. They destroyed all our damn temples. They raped our tombs. They did nothing for African civilization but destroy it. Okay. Right here. This is another one from the message to the black man. Right there it said, it is called the glorious Quran without mistake. That is just what it is. This book is not from a prophet, but direct from Allah to Muhammad, not by an angel, but from the mouth of Allah. Cannot be. Cannot be. Because we didn't prove it without a doubt that every concept that is in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran was being practiced tens of thousands of years before any of those religions came into being. Flat out. How could Allah give Moses the Torah when he learned his education in Egypt? That the 10 Commandments is nothing but 10 that they took in from the 42 negative confessions. And if they was there for 420 years and he was trained in the ancient culture of the Nile Valley, he had to see them 42 negative confessions. Bullshit. Don't say no, Allah gave you nothing, because he did not. We busted that. We didn't crack that open. So when we search for global African supremacy, it's Kemet. That is the greatest symbol of global African supremacy. This is where we was clicking on all levels, at the highest level we had ever clicked on this planet Earth. Government, sciences, mathematics, arts, the language arts, rhetoric, geometry, calculus, astronomy. All of this was created in Kemet. This is God is all things, can create all things. That right there is deficient, even though we love them. We're going to take care of them as our peoples. But the image must be of the blackness. So this is Buddha. This right here. So he going to show you some old Dravidian with some straight hair. Talking about just the original Arab. Nigga, you go to the deity. You see right there, that is woolly hair. It's woolly hair. All over the world, the original black man with woolly hair was the dominant man. You start getting straight hair when you start mixing with them Orientals and them crackers. There it is. I'm sorry. So if you got straight hair, I'm sorry. Right here, this is the Mesopotamians. This is the early Persians. If you watch the movie 300, the Immortals, they came out, they showed them to be very ugly because they were the Africans. You see them right there with woolly hair. You see the curls in their beard. This is the Olmecs, showing that they had African braids in their hair. In the Nation of Islam, they say some crazy scientists about 50,000 years, and here we go with them string numbers and shit, 50,000 years ago, he turned our hair curly, kinky. And that our hair was originally straight as our eyebrows. This is what they teach in the Nation of Islam. You know why they teach that? Because they got to justify a cracker being their God. That's all they doing.
That's right.
I'm getting on their ass today. Sorry. Farah gonna come up and say, we give up. You're gonna come up out the grave. We give up. You busted. So you see right here, the young brothers and sisters, you know, even that wear the braids. We doing the same thing our ancestors was doing. The only thing is we being ruled over by an oppressor. If we was in our own land doing a lot of, we'd have been crystallized. We'd have been doing, everything we would be doing would be at a high frequency. But because we over here dealing with these peckerwoods, we dying over here. We got to go back home. A lot of us don't want to go, but we need to be sending colonies back home. If you don't want to go, that's cool. But we need to get some international diplomacy going on. Well, we sending our peoples over there to build on Africa. Those that want to go say, yeah, well, I'll go. Well, if you want to stay here. Manage this portion of the operation. And let some of our brothers and sisters go overseas and manage that portion of the operation. Right. We dying in here. The only way we're going to help ourselves is to go back home in some form of capacity. That's it. We got to revisit Marcus Garvey. We must. We got to start thinking about Africa. It's a lot of Africans at home that love you. Don't let them little Uncle Tom British niggas that come over here. Them not the standard of the revolutionary thinkers over there. Because they ass is running over here to keep them being killed over there by the revolutionaries. So don't think they coming over here to speak for revolutionary Africa. It was nothing but British agents that they done brought over here to reinforce white supremacy over you and I. So you tell them Africans, we love you, nigga, but we already been over here doing the bid. Don't make me trip on your ass. You better get your ass over here and fall in line before we stomp a mud hole in your ass. Because we've been dealing with oppression for a long time. Don't bring your ass over here kissing this white man's ass. And we've been over here oppressed. That's the quickest way for us to stomp a mud hole in your ass. And don't be scared to boss up on their ass. I love you, African, but nigga, we running this over here. You better fall in line with this revolution, nigga, or take your ass back home or go in the ground. Whichever one you want to do. And so this is Daviki and Krishna. And Krishna in India means the black one. So you see our Seti Heru went all over the world, family. That's documented evidence. They doing the same thing. And the only thing you won't see the white Mary and white Jesus do, she never suckles. Just sit there. The woman ain't got no milk. They was using black women in slavery to breastfeed their babies. Crackers ain't even got no calcium. By the time they get 40, they're already like this. You know, bent down. Ain't got no calcium. They as they came up off of their bones, they returned. They're going right back on down. They're going right back on down on them forward. We're again looking at the queens and how they still rocking the Nile Valley hairstyles. And you see, that's the red ochre that they got over their skin. That's the same thing that the Kemites got on their skin. It's a brownish red. It's ochre. It symbolizes being a child of the sun. That's what it is. Now, you see this? This is an Aztec priest. See how they paint themselves black? And this is an Aztec priest today, still painting his face black. There was no white god nowhere in the ancient world. All of the deities was black all over the planet. Here's the evidence right here from South America. Now, this is in India. We went from 2 continents. This is Kali, spelled K-A-L-I, Makali, which is a form of best in India. You can tell by the tongue sticking out. And you see this worshiper of Kali painting his face black. Here's the nappy-head Buddhas. Buddha is a Tsar in Southwest Asia. There was no white god in the ancient world. Here it is. This is Amun, black. If you notice the Greeks, they always use marble. It represents their physical form. We always use stone that have melanin in it. You never see no deities or no Africans on the wall that's white at all. Period. So that's Amen. So as the Christian, the Muslim, and the Jew, if their God is so superior, why do they end their prayers in Amen? You was in slavery, so you said, in Kemet for 400 years. We've been here about the same amount of time. We thoroughly Europeanized. We know about the Constitution. We know about George Washington and Lincoln and the Declaration of Independence, the Civil War. How could they have spent that much time in Kemet, 420 years, and not take something out with them? That's bullshit. Amen is the supreme God of ancient Egypt during the New Kingdom. There's no way they could have got out of there and not known that name. That's bullshit. Sorry. And so right here, you see, this is men. And you can tell men, which is another form of Amen, but he got that cord going down the back, and you'll see him with an erect phallus, black phallus. So a lot of people try to say black men devil in Kemet. That's bullshit. Because God, man, is the God of fertility. And he's black. And you see right here, Tutankhamun, he's drinking from the udder of Heru, Hathor, which is the queen mother, which is the black woman, which shows that he had to go back to his mama to get nourishment. Ain't no way you can do without. The black woman is God. And the quicker you find that out, the better you will be. If you fight a nigga, it's just that cracker inside of you that you're trying to hold on to. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. When that nigga, we know how Dr. Jekyll, Hyde was in the mirror talking to him. Like, he had to take that serum to bring him out. You understand what I'm saying? And he's telling him to take it so he can come on out. That's what it is. Men, see him right there? See the phallus? And so, when they make you take your oath, see, you testify. See, but in order to testify, you got to have testes. So the brothers in the crowd, they would grab their testes and they would testify. You understand what I'm saying? So women cannot testify, even though they go in the church talking about, let me testify. The hell you gonna testify and you ain't got no damn testes? Out of here. But that was, before they were putting their hand, because you gonna lose that, nigga. When you testify, and then we come around, you done told a damn lie. That what you holding on, you gonna be missing. And so most of the time, people they gonna live up to their word. Word is bond. It is bond. So again, we showing you, men, that this is the black God. And so we ain't got to settle for no damn Farah Muhammad talking about he's black. No, nigga, just show me a black God. Don't try to convince me he half original. What the hell do that mean? He half original. That's just like saying that's half some bullshit, this half some good shit, and you just, whatever your mind say it is, just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So this showing you Asa as a black God. And you see the Ethiopian ostrich feather. And my rod and my staff, they comfort me. My rod and my staff, they comfort me. Another form of Asa, always black. Here's our most Nefertari, black. Amen, black. Here's Asa, resurrected. You see he's resurrected. I kind of tilted it. It would be on the 90-degree angle. But I put it down the way that it is, just to show you that black is the color of divinity and resurrection. I'm showing these is original scrolls, family. That's an original scroll right there. That scroll was written around 2000 BCE. Damn, family, when you got something like that, you got to treasure that. You gonna let a nigga bring you something up here that just been copyrighted in 1940, and you got ancient scrolls like this? See, this is what the Muslim cannot bring forward. This is what the Christian cannot bring forward. This is what the Jew cannot bring forward. They cannot bring you no original Torah, no original book, no book in the Bible, or no damn Quran. They cannot bring you the original one at all. They're going to come up with some excuse. You know why? It never existed. Simple as that. I'm sorry. I got Muslims in my family, Christians in my family, Jews in my family, and they look at me the same way y'all look at me. Half of y'all stunned as hell. Niggas look stunned. You know, I'm just saying, you know, because I'm serious. Here you go. The black man worshiping, praying on his own scroll. When he wasn't a slave. When he wasn't a slave. You see the black Tutankhamun. I'm in the hat. We got, if you notice, all of the statues, they use a dark melanated stone. They never use a white stone or a light stone. Here's Heru. Again, there's Amen. So here's Kansu. So before the Muslim had the crescent, the sun and the star, we're showing you right here Kansu with the crescent and the sun. Man, all of that was already in the Nile Valley, man. Y'all can't claim that. Y'all cannot claim that. Give it up. Here's our most papyrus, 1650 BCE. I dare any one of y'all, from any religion whatsoever, to show me a manuscript that come even close to being as ancient.
Okay.
Can you do it?
I think so.
Which one is that? You already, when you went on, you messed up. Let me ask you this question. See the Pope, what is he doing? He's kissing the Quran. Ask yourself this question. Why is the Pope kissing the Quran? With over, wait a minute. Now I'm going to get, bear with me. With over half a billion Africans enslaved by it, wouldn't you? So Walter Williams said that the Roman Catholics had something to do with the Quran. That's what Walter Williams said. We went to Serapis. We went to Serapis, which is Jesus, that was ratified at the Council of Nicaea. That's what Jesus was made God. So if you use Jesus at any point in time in your philosophy, you are using a Roman concept. So on that point, the Muslim took from the Roman Catholic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry on that note. So when you look at the nun, here's the Muslim. Same cultural origin. Same cultural origin. Here's the nun, here's the Muslim. The only thing is that it seems like the Muslim took it up a notch, because they probably have more uglier women. I'm not talking about the black woman. I'm talking about that low-life Arab. He said, no, we can do better than that. And he covered it all the way up. Then he said, yes, we have achieved greatness. We have covered this ugly woman up. Okay, again, you see the Christian, you see the non, you see the Muslim. You see the cultural origin. They come from the same cultural origin. So, they took something from the Roman Catholic. They did, I'm sorry. Now, you look at their architecture. You see the dome? They was intense. They was gold purpose. Where did they get the architecture from? They got the dome from the Romans. So that show you right there, when the Hebrews came up out of Kemet, they was worshiping that Hebrew. They was worshiping the golden calf, which is the black woman. That show you right there. That's Heru. That's the golden calf, and that's the mentioning of the golden calf in the Quran. That's Surah 7, Ayat 152. Even when you talk about that book, Surah, Ra, Ayat, Mayat, Ramadan. You hear all that? They using the same titles, man. They took the 22 letters from ancient Kemet, and that's why it sounds much alike, like it does. But they did not take the meanings. They did. And so right here, the Hebrew